And we're live, guys. We're live.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Been a while.
Yes, sir.
What up? What up?
Hello.
Derek, that was very calm. I like that. I like this new direction we're going. Okay.
I mean, he got the OK symbol as his.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys.
So, Derek, you want to explain to everybody what happened last podcast?
I'm a little in the dark here. What am I explaining?
Yeah, you the great conversation that you had for the last podcast where you were just completely silent for 40 minutes. You want to explain to everybody what happened?
All right, guys. I'm gonna come clean. I have an addiction, and it's to sleep. And I had to feed my sleeping addiction because you see, Derek does the podcast in his bed with the covers over him. So it is not conducive to be sitting or laying down for long periods of time and talking. So I apologize for that. And yeah, let's get into it.
It's hilarious.
Are you at a desk this time?
No, I'm still in bed.
Oh gosh.
No.
Oh man.
I thought we were supposed to be comfortable during the podcast.
No, we are. Just next time you feel it defeating you, just
Get up, do some jumping jacks.
No, because Derek, we thought that you weren't answering. We were like, man, he must be taking a massive shit, but we probably realized you were sleeping. So,
Well, I could hear him snoring in and out, and then saying something. So
y'all gonna hate me for this. Speak about massive shit. Let's talk about the Timberwolves. Segue. Segue.
All right.
I mean,
you're not lying, but
is Jimmy Butler like for real Debo? Like, let's get into this. Like, is he Debo? Because I think he's Debo.
I think Jimmy Butler
Debo.
caught up in Jimmy Butler. Because the narrative to me was at first Jimmy Butler is this great competitor, and he looked at his teammates and he saw that they weren't competitors, and he got mad, so he didn't want to be on that team anymore. Mm-hmm. And for a while, everyone was like, "Yeah, Jimmy Butler's such a great competitor. He's such like an animated guy that people wanted to ride behind that." Mm-hmm. But then we peered back and we looked at it and it was like, "Oh, he just wants more money." And really, at the end of the day, that's what it's coming down to.
Yeah.
In an interview, it's like they gave Cat 190 over 5. They gave Wig like 140, 150, and they offered me 110 over 4. I think I'm worth more than that. They can offer me more than that. So I'm a pout. This is essentially what happened. But I do think, aside from him wanting more money, he does raise valid points about that team. And I think in raising those points, he's actually damaged the team's chemistry to the point of no return. So now he's in a weird situation where his coach desperately wants to keep him on that team, but his owner doesn't want him on that team. His teammates don't want him on that team. And now they're playing like they don't want him on that team. Like they don't want to play. Like I'm pretty sure Karl Anthony Towns and Wiggins and everyone else there were certain he was not going to start the season with them. I'm sure they were thinking it was likely that he would get traded the weekend all this came out, and we're 4 games into the season, and here the Timberwolves are getting blown out, and we're talking about Jimmy Butler on the Timberwolves. This is a really weird situation. It's like this. It's like with this franchise, when it looks like they're just about to turn the corner, another catastrophe happens or another issue happens. And it's really weird. Like, what do you guys think about this whole situation?
I really haven't been paying attention after the whole Jimmy Butler practicing, but all I know is that these box scores I be seeing don't be looking good. That's all I know. Who the first game? Who they play the first game of the season?
Played
I have no clue.
See, nobody's been paying attention, so yeah.
No, I've been paying attention. I just haven't been paying attention to them.
No, man, to the Timberwolves, not the NBA. It's all the Timberwolves personally. Nobody's been paying attention.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say I'm here for the jokes. I'm not really here for the basketball.
All I gotta say is that if Houston is literally offering 4 first-round picks, please get rid of that, man.
I agree. I think we mentioned that in the other podcast. Just let him go. You know, he clearly didn't want to be there. But
if Houston about to give you 4 first-round picks, 4, and you can't trade first-round picks back to back, so that's 8 years literally.
I know that's a lot
of picks because you gotta skip a year in between. But I mean, 8 years from now, the Rockets might not be good, so you might actually get a decent pick out of that one. So you might as well go ahead and pull that trade off. Especially since it appears Cat doesn't even want him on that team, because it was rumored earlier in the season before Cat signed his contract that Cat didn't really want to sign unless they were going to get rid of Jimmy. And then Jimmy said he was leaving, so Cat was like, okay, I'll sign this. And then now it don't look like Jimmy's leaving.
It's looking like Cat doesn't that he hit the old bait and switch. And he's just not enthused to play. And, you know, honestly, if you think about it, if you are a player and your team tells you that they're going to do something, it's so hard already just being a player in a league that's dominated primarily by the whims of the owner. When an organization tells you that they're going to do something, I could see why you wouldn't want to give it your all. But after we heard what Jimmy said about Cat, it just looks so much worse, and that's what's really crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think about it, John?
About this whole situation, period, or I mean, like I said earlier, I mean, I just think, you know, they should just let Jimmy go. That's how I honestly feel about it. Just, you know, they're not playing as well, and if they're not playing well, and he's there, and it's the problem, you know, his presence being a problem there, then just let him go. That's how I feel, honestly. But, you know, I don't know if it's too late now or they're gonna make a move at this point because, you know, they're pretty much in the regular season. You know, I don't know. I just think that it's messed up how things turned out with Minnesota. So things could have been better, you know, had he been gone, and then they had started off on a new fresh slate, you know, for the regular season. But I think Jimmy is by far, to me, he's very talented. He's, you know, a great player, and I think he takes it seriously compared to some of the other guys on the team. So I see where he's coming from, when he's like kind of frustrated with them and all that stuff. So that's my take on it. I understand where he's coming from. So that's my 2 cents.
What you got, Jake? What you got to say about this?
Uh-oh.
What is this? What is this evil laugh? What the hell?
I know, for real, right?
No, it's just, bro. Every time I think of this, it is the greatest theater in sports. It is, bro. This is so good. Like, nothing about this should be funny. This is literally bullying. I need y'all to understand this. He's taking a little 20-year-old soul away from him. Like,
I heard about that practice thing. I heard about that.
Like, he's emasculated him all over Twitter.
Damn.
Like, nobody looks at Karl Anthony Towns the same way. Have you seen Andrew Wiggins? I think Andrew Wiggins didn't even show up. He got a doppelganger.
He's out tonight.
Like, nah, fam. Like, he broke those dudes' will to play because he embarrassed them.
Yeah, he did. I heard about that in practice, how he humiliated.
This is a move straight out of Kobe Bryant's playbook. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. I mean, this was great. Like, he's forced the issue, but the problem is his coach loved that he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it hurt Tom Thibodeau's feelings to hear Jimmy Butler go off in practice. I think once Tom Thibodeau went back into his office, he kind of chuckled. He was like, "Wow, I need more of that." Like, like the whole situation. He don't want to give him up because he doesn't want to look bad because he's the best player. He's going to help you win. You don't want to tank this season because you feel as though you have enough talent to make the playoffs and make a run. And he's the GM, so he and Jimmy have a good relationship. So no, he's not going to trade him. Nope. But he's going to have to because Glenn Taylor's going to threaten him. It's pretty much like he has to be gone in the next 10 games.
Yeah. Well, they might gonna keep him longer than that. I say he got to be gone before the trade deadline, though.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, but okay. So, have y'all seen it's not that Karl Anthony Towns is playing bad, right? Is that he's played bad in every game Jimmy Butler's played in. And the one game that Jimmy Butler was out, he had 31 and 13. Have y'all noticed that?
He's pouting.
I don't think he's pouting. Pouting is I'm gonna go off, but I'm gonna be stubborn. That's pouting. He's just straight up when Jimmy Butler is on the floor, there's nothing I can do.
I see him as
he had 6 points and 8 rebounds the first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Fam, the first game? No, okay, this is crazy. This is where it's a crazy situation. How did Jimmy Butler in 3 games, go from the home team booing him to within 3 games in the fourth quarter, they're chanting MVP? That should tell Karl Anthony Towns or Andrew Wiggins everything you need to know. Not even the fans fuck with you. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Literally within 2 months, they have realized that their franchise really don't fuck with them. Think about that.
Yeah, that's why I say he's a great player.
Pay them money. It's jokes, bro. This is funny to me. Jimmy Butler has sabotaged a whole franchise. That's gangster.
He's more of a old school.
Oh yeah. No, it's just funny to me. As long as it's not happening to my Lakers. I told y'all, bro. I'm gonna be selfish this year. I really don't care.
What happened to?
What did you think of that whole fight though? With the
we want to get into that.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Fuck Chris Paul and fuck Ray John Rondo.
Yeah, that was pretty messed up.
Immature
and Ingram.
Immature ass. Yeah, well, fuck him too. Yeah, immature. Just both of them. Ego.
Okay, well, Ingram. This is first.
Ingram was stupid. Ingram
was stupid, but he's young, so
but you know why?
But I don't give him a pass.
He gets no pass. You know why he gets no pass? Because he got mad because James Harden was bullying him the entire game. He was eating him alive, and Brandon Ingram had enough. Okay, Brandon Ingram has That's not.
I'm not giving him a pass. I'm just saying. In terms of all 3 of them, I give him the bigger pass because he's in his 3rd year of the NBA.
Oh man, I can't do that.
But he did use hands.
Look. Even though Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo are 10-year vets, they know better than that.
It's selfish, bro. Regardless of how you say it, it's selfish. We need these guys. We need new players. And y'all gone for the first 10, the first 20 games.
The first 20 gone.
Derek always knows this from me. I always tell him the first 20 games tells me everything I need to know about NBA basketball team. They're gone for three to 4 of those, and we need them guys.
Jake, that you gotta put an asterisk on that. If it's a LeBron James led team, the first 20 games don't tell you anything. Especially the first season.
No,
the first season?
Derek. We have 8 new players. Just take LeBron James out of the equation.
but he is
No, take his significance. Just take his significance out of the equation. We have 8 new players on a team that won 35 games. We need those guys in a row. We need to know what our rotation is. So every game missed is important. I don't care what you have to say. You have to get your rotations ready.
I was gonna say this
Like,
kind of.
am I wrong for that? Like, literally,
No. I would say this kind of helped y'all because y'all need to start hard.
Gone for 3 games, 4 games. Do you know how tight the West is, fam?
Yeah. Oof.
Oh,
It's stacked. It's stacked, man.
I'm not panicking.
Teams looking pretty suspect, so I wouldn't be that scared yet.
Yeah, but it's the 4. Like, okay, so we need them, but am I panicking? No, I just thought it was stupid. So I'm not really panicking. I'm just telling you how this could be an issue and why it was an issue with Laker fans. I'm not panicking. I'm not panicking though.
It helped y'all though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Y'all got to see John's heart be like, "Yo, I deserve this starting role."
Well, no, that's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope's job he took. Kentavious was just playing bad. He can get suspended.
Yeah, but since y'all lost two players, y'all had to play them more, and then y'all said, "Hey, instead of starting."
Yeah, but them guys still gonna get run though. Like that's the point. Like those minutes that they would be acquiring, they have not acquired because they're gone. So that's going to take up somebody else's minutes. Like, I would like to see everybody on equal playing field get the minutes. And just a suspension throws that whole equation out of whack. Over, probably a decade-long beef between Chris Paul and Rajon Rondo. I think it wasn't worth it. He spit on him. Let me just answer this. He spit on him, but he didn't spit on him. You know what I mean? Like
it's like he was talking and the spit,
and like a lot of spit came out, right? But he didn't spit on because Rajon Rondo really wanted to spit on him. You would have saw the fattest loogie, the fattest loogie. Like, yeah, it's just the whole thing was stupid. And yeah, I'm affected because it's my Lakers, and I would have loved to see our full lineup against the Suns and the Nuggets. Oh, by the way, is this not depressing? Let me throw this in here. Currently, my parents, my sister and my parents were at that game.
Wait, the Houston game?
No, they were at the Nuggets game.
Oh,
yeah, they went to LA. So
they got that win for them.
My 18-year-old sister, who doesn't know a damn thing about sports, saw LeBron James before I did in the Staples Center. Yes, the amount of songs I have right now is,
man, damn. Yeah. I was gonna say I've seen Kobe before.
Yeah, I've seen Kobe live. I've seen Michael Jordan live. I've seen some players live. Yeah, but that one hurt because she doesn't know anything. Okay, what do y'all think?
Well,
the fight in general, just like that. I already told you.
Cooler head should have prevailed.
Exactly.
I think honestly, the NBA. Well, okay, let me get my initial thoughts about the fight along. It was really weird to see Brandon Ingram, the guy who never has anything to say about anyone or to anyone or about anything. He's probably people remember. I remember when people used to think of Kevin Durant as this quiet guy or Joe Johnson as a silent superstar. Like Brandon Ingram's just silent. Like I'm not saying he's not talented, but
he's shy.
Shy and on the court at times it's not like we don't think he wants to play, but
he goes through the motion.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the problems that Laker Nation has with him is that he doesn't have that dog in him. He didn't have that want to that would be able to use his frame and his skills in such a way where he'd be one of the best young players in the league. Like if he had Donovan Mitchell's mentality, he would easily be averaging 25 points per game, even with that frame. I feel confident in saying that. So to see him really get wrapped up with James Harden, like cooking him that hard, it's really weird. And I don't know if that's a symptom of something else, because I don't ever remember him seeing, whether it be in college or his first 2 years in the pros, or acting like that. Because it's not like this is the first time he's been dominated. So I don't know if this whole pressure of them not winning a game to that point, the whole pressure of him, because basically, you got to remember what Magic Johnson said. Magic Johnson praised all the young guys on that team, but he said our other star is going to be Brandon Ingram. He didn't say Lonzo. He didn't say Josh Hart. He didn't say Kyle Kuzma. He said, are the other guys going to emerge on this team?
Yeah.
Is Brandon Ingram.
The guy who has a chance to be an all-star will be Brandon Ingram. They
So
put a lot of stock in him.
Wow.
The funny thing is, we probably should start putting a little more stock into Lonzo. Just saying.
Yeah, Lonzo is quietly
Hey,
like.
hey, Jerron.
Yeah, what's up?
Okay, I'm about to talk some shit. This is the first time me and you are gonna talk some shit about our teams. This is great. I've known you for like 4 years, and we've never been able to talk shit because our teams have been trash for 4 years. Ain't that great? We can talk shit about each other. That's great. So this is what I'm about to say. So is it time for Sixers Nation to like apologize to Lonzo Ball and take that scrutiny that y'all had for him last year about not shooting and apply this to Ben Simmons? Just I'm gonna put the microphone down and let you answer that.
What does Sixer Nigga say about Lonzo? Enlighten me.
He couldn't hit water if he was in a boat.
Okay.
By the way, he's shooting 43% from the 3-point land this year. So I'm just gonna put that back down again. Okay.
That's good. Yeah, Ben Simmons needs to learn how to shoot. Okay. What's your point?
You're not gonna let me get my jokes off? Okay, I'll stop.
I mean,
What you want
me to say? Like,
we'll never be able to do this.
Well,
the reason why Ben Simmons even gets a pass because he's a walking triple double.
Yeah, Jerome, but at some point he gotta be able to shoot. Okay, we'll get into this. I know it's a sidetrack.
Practicing it. He already said.
Okay.
No, he already said he's been practicing, but he also said that he knows it's gonna take some time, so he's not gonna force it. So we'll probably see. I bet you we'll probably see him shoot a three sometime this season.
He don't even have to shoot threes. Just shoot. He's
gonna shoot eventually this season. It's just not right now.
Okay. Derek, what do you think about the Sixers?
I think the Sixers last year were a team that had two really talented guys that could create shots and a bunch of shooters. And now they're just a team with two really talented guys and a shooter.
Exactly.
It's really troubling what's going on with Markelle Fultz because he's healthy and he's getting applauded for hitting jump shots.
I got a rant on that, but whatever.
Stop patronizing.
I was like, go for it.
Like it's really like the first overall pick. I don't think ever in the history of basketball has had a standing ovation for hitting a jump shot. Now, I understand. I'm not trying to discount the mental aspect, the yips he may have had. So maybe he doesn't need that support, but
he don't need that type of support.
Big. You know what I mean? Like it's just really like the pressure on him and what they need him to do because essentially you got to remember in any of the deals that the Sixers could have made this offseason, one of the guys that was off the table was Markelle Fultz. That's facts. They probably might have been able to get Jimmy. They might have been able to get Kawhi. Probably definitely would have been able to get Kawhi. If the Sixers say, all right, we'll give you I don't know what you want. We'll take on whatever bad deal you have. We'll take Danny Green. We'll give you Markelle Fultz, and we'll give you these other picks that we got. I think that's better than DeMar DeRozan, depending on how the Spurs see Markelle Fultz at the time. Because I assume that everyone had the view that Markelle Fultz, as soon as he got over the shooting thing, he'd go back to looking like the first overall pick. So if you take obviously this is hindsight, but if you take all this and you look at what Markelle Fultz is doing right now, the fact he's starting over a guy he shouldn't be starting over yet, which is JJ Redick. I think JJ Redick is still more effective than him overall off the bench or starting. When you look at Markelle Fultz and you look at what you need him to do for the Sixers to be like championship worthy or like NBA Finals worthy, the gap in between what he's doing and what they need him to do is so great that you look at the other moves, getting rid of Marco, letting Ersan go, compiled with the fact that their first round pick, like the other Sixers first round picks, is taking a redshirt season and is out for the year. It's crazy.
They say he can come back after All-Star break.
That's
works right.
Jerron. When as a Sixers fan, you know internally you're just like let the guy sit the rest of the year.
I know I am. I'm just saying I'm just telling you what they said. They said they're going to evaluate him and
to get a rookie into the scheme of things when you're trying to make your push for playoff positioning. Is that really what you want to do? We saw them try to do it at Markel, and they had to sit him.
Well, yeah, he couldn't shoot though.
He couldn't shoot. But like my thing is the Sixers this year, honestly, we're looking for Joel or Ben Simmons to take that next step to be an MVP. Because honestly, unless y'all make a move, y'all get a Jimmy, y'all get a guy that no one thinks you can get on the trade market, or unless Markel takes that step, we look at the Raptors. Raptors are serious.
Oh yeah, Kawhi back, baby.
Yeah, the Celtics are kind of sleepwalking in the season right now. But as soon as Kyrie and Gordon Hayward, assuming that they do, not it's not a given. Either one of them get injured or just not the same player. But assuming they get back up to speed and in playing shape, you have 1A, 1B between the Celtics and the Raptors right now. So the 76ers, you guys are really trying to make sure that you guys are a superior team to Milwaukee. So that's how I feel. I feel like right now, Markelle Fultz, there's just a huge gap in what he's able to do on the court right now and what they need him to do for them to take that next step, for them to be. Because we all agree, singularly, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons might be better than any other player on the other Eastern Conference teams stand for Giannis and Kawhi Leonard. Ben Simmons and Joel might already be better than Kyrie. If you think about it, it could be true. They can have a bigger impact on games than Kyrie does.
I wouldn't go that far just because of Kyrie's
Kyrie,
history and he's an NBA champion, but I see what you're saying though.
I'm saying if you take Kyrie out and you put one of those young guys in there, I'm not saying they do what no, I can't say that because Kyrie literally I take that back.
You know what I'm saying? But Kyrie, that dude, like, let's not.
Yeah, take that. But I do think those guys have superstar potential.
Oh, they do.
So they can easily turn into people that will be Finals MVPs, people that will be league MVPs, first team All NBA guys. So they need to take that step ASAP for this season. Otherwise, the Sixers, you guys got to adjust your trajectory for this season. Because I think ultimately last season, with how good y'all looked as the Sixers, everyone went from thinking, all right, the Sixers, this is your first time in the playoffs, yada, 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 to seeing you guys in the first round and be like, okay, they're making the Eastern Conference Finals. And now that you made it and you went, you saw what happened with Boston, I feel like I don't know what, as Sixers fans, your expectations for this season is, if it was Eastern Conference Finals or bust.
I could tell you mine, but
yeah, I don't mean to go into soliloquy, but I honestly just hope Markelle Fultz can recover and look like the player we thought he would be. That's all I got to say.
Let me get into this. Okay, first of all, we're like 6 games in the season, so let's not
go. I thought we were just 5 before.
I mean, the Hornets are 3-3, so. But yeah. So we're 6 games in the season. I'm not gonna jump off the bandwagon yet. For Markelle, it's technically this is 6 games starting. Like I'm gonna wait and see it out. He does have to get better, a lot better. I understand why they're starting him because I feel like Brett Brown needs him, one, to build up his confidence, Two, I think they need him for his defense because as bad as Moncriel is offensively right now, he is a better defender than JJ Redick. So that's why I feel like he gets to start because Brett Brown is a defensive type of coach in the first place. So I feel like they start him, especially since Zaire Smith got injured, because I feel like Zaire was supposed to be their major defensive player. But now that they don't have him, he got to compensate for that defense. So that's why he's starting. I'll reevaluate this team once Wilson Chandler gets back because he has been gone, and Muscala just got back too because he was injured for the first couple games too. So we don't have our full team together. I will say that it now looking back at it, it was stupid for them to get rid of Bellinelli and Ilyasova, but at the same time, I can see why they didn't do it because one, they were trying to get a superstar into the team, so they were trying to save that cap space. But of course, Bellinelli and Ilyasova wanted to have financial security and find out where they was playing earlier than that. So I don't blame Brett Brown for leaving. And we was going through GM issues during that time anyway. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So like this whole offseason could have been way better, but Colangelo I don't want to talk about it. So
No.
we had
Twitter kids.
we had off-season issues. We got Elton Brandon. Hopefully he's decent, but he still got to get his ropes in too. So it's like this season, as long as we make the playoffs, I'll be happy because Dario doesn't look like Dario right now. But I can understand that because he's been playing EuroLeague basketball this whole off season, so he's probably tired. Like he need to get back to it. I felt he'd be better eventually. And we lost our shooter, so now we're trying to figure out where we're gonna get this offense from. Markel has to at least show some type of offensive ability, or I don't see him starting past like game 13, 14, 15. Because eventually it's gonna be like, because Joel could get a basket, but after that, if Dario ain't hitting nothing, if Covington is off and on, and Ben Simmons can't shoot, that two guard, like either Markel is gonna start scoring or he's just gonna have to come off the bench, which actually might work out better for him because you gotta think in Washington, he was the ball handler. Unlike in the Sixers, he coming off ball. I feel if we put Markel back on the bench and let him run the second unit instead of TJ McConnell, he might be able to build his confidence back up faster doing that than actually starting. But at the same time, I understand why they want to start him because eventually Markel is going to have to be that two guard.
Well, forgive me if I'm not correct, but don't the 76ers do like a staggered thing with Joel and Ben where one of the guys runs second unit anyway? Or am I not correct in that?
They kind of do that, but there are periods where like they'll bring the second unit in and leave one of them in for a little bit, but there are periods where they're not on the floor.
I don't. Like, they're both on the bench. Okay, then yeah, I think that could probably work.
But it like because right now, like even if they are doing that, it's not working. So it's like we're gonna have to. Brent Brown gonna have to make some adjustments eventually, and I think that's a good adjustment. Let Markel run the second unit, and then we get Wilson Chandler back. Then he'll have a veteran with him. Mike Muscala, we'll see what he does now that he's back. And yeah, I'm not gonna over exaggerate. It's only the first 6 games of the season. It's not like we can't turn it around. Shoot, the Houston Rockets about to be 1-4 for yeah, the standings are all off right now because teams that we like, oh yeah, that should be top 3. They like at the bottom, like, but we know that's not gonna last for long. So in about a week, 2 weeks, I'll have a better analysis. Right now, we miss Bellinelli and Ilya Silva because nobody can hit a jump shot on my team.
Damn.
They really can't, bro. It'd be tragic.
Tragic, yeah, I was to say.
It's
Tragic.
tragic. It's like if like the only reason why we end games because if B going off for 30 each game, like bro, like Ben's a walking triple double, a B going off for 30, and then everything else is just a drop off. It's a major drop off. It's just like, yo, Dario, where did you go? You was doing so good last year. Where did you go?
Oh,
But
man.
that's all I gotta say.
Anybody else have something to say? Because I think I agree with everything y'all say.
What do you think, John?
I really don't have a team that I follow in the NBA. I'm gonna be real with you.
All right.
But
Anybody else got a team they want to talk about?
Just going back to the fight, I do think it's pretty weird. Not weird, but I think we got to look at the NBA, and we gotta see that they did the Birdman hand rub when it came to the fight, because I think they got some major clout. I think Adam Silver saw people were like, "Damn!" People were retweeting that shit. It's all over Instagram. People were like, "Yo, this fight, the NBA, like the NBA is really lit," and he hit everyone with baby suspensions. Because I don't remember where I heard this, but I think I heard it off ESPN or something. At the last incident of fighting where fists were like thrown and people were connecting on the court, those are getting like fined like 10, 15 games easy. So the fact the NBA was like, all right, Chris, here's 3, Brandon, here's 4, or it was like, Chris, here's 2, Rondo, here's 3, Brandon, here's 4. It shows you that, number one, the NBA didn't take it too seriously, but I think they didn't take it too seriously because the comment of the NBA used to be, especially after the Malice in the Palace, the NBA was like, okay, we don't have thugs. You know what I mean? Like the NBA isn't full of thugs. This hood culture is not what the game is. It is supported by. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember the NBA, especially David Stern, that asshat was so against the NBA players representing their culture in any way. You got to remember his issues with Allen Iverson. So now I think Adam Silver really sees the influence that, I'm not saying street culture, but just the influence that the NBA has on the culture, and sees how much that fight, how much it got people talking about the NBA, and the fact that people aren't afraid of, I don't want to say black culture because I don't want to associate fighting with black culture, but just I hope you guys understand the link I'm trying to make here.
Basically, Eric, what you're trying to say is,
yep,
for the first time in the NBA's history, a bunch of rich black dudes can have a fight without black pathology being up for debate.
Pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. Like we don't have to, like, there's no deep sickening sickness that black folks have that we're just so much more violent than people. That type of thing we always have to answer after the Malice in the Palace and fights like that. Like the NBA has completely shed that, where it's now good, wholesome family fun. It's literally the place that the NFL was in like 10 years ago. The thing that baseball was in 98, 99, 2000, like that area. Yeah, like the NBA is probably the most marketable, well-liked league in sports in America right now. And that fight shows it. Like nobody really cared. Everybody was just getting their jokes off. And that's pretty cool. Still, hey guys, stop fighting because I need y'all to play for the Lakers.
Right.
I'm still gonna be selfish about it. They shouldn't have.
Before we get off the NBA subject, I just want to shout out a couple players. Number one, my boy. Let's see. Who do I want to shout out first? Okay, Kemba Walker. Please leave the Hornets and go to a good team because you're too good for that bum ass team. Sorry, like you're just too good. You need to leave. I know you love Charlotte. I feel you. You're loyal. I got you. Please leave. You're too good. You could be helping somebody win right now.
The Sixers.
Second player. No, he's not gonna go to the Sixers, but I don't know where he needs to go, but he just needs to lead that team. Second player I need to shout out Zach LaVine. He actually looks like, hey, I want to be the number one player on this team because Jabari Parker ain't doing it. So, so shout out to Zach LaVine taking that initiative. Like, yo, I'm gonna be the top guy here. And then Chris Dunn, hope you get here shortly because you played good last year. I want to see more of that. Shout out to Steph Curry.
Yep, making that record breaker.
People look stupid to the point where people don't want to play defense on you. Like, just shoot the ball so we can get the ball back. Anybody else want to shout out?
I was gonna say you took mine. I was gonna shout out Steph Curry.
Though.
He said what?
He's the MVP of the league so far.
Anthony Davis.
Oh no.
Curry?
Wardell Stephen Curry's the MVP.
I mean, you see what Anthony Davis is doing right now? They're 4-0, Jake. we literally at the beginning of the season was like, yo, I hope the Pelicans can make the playoffs.
I understand, but Steph is about to do another 40, 90, 50 season.
Whew.
Oh yeah, he is. They ain't gonna
like
do it to him, though.
That was 2016 Stephen Curry. Like, I am viewed. That's what that looks. It looks like. It looks like KD and them. Like, KD is perfectly fine now and comfortable in his role, and is going to take a step back and let Steph handle it this season.
I mean, he literally just dropped 41 today, though.
Yeah, but that was a smooth 41. That was smooth. Like, they're about to take turns. No, but seriously, this is what's about to happen. This is what's about to happen. You have two transcendent athletes, all 30 to 31 years old, in their athletic prime, right? They know everything that has to be about playing basketball in the league, and they're just going to take turns donkey fucking every team night. That's literally what's about to happen.
About to fuck up that West Coast.
Yes, they're going to come out and be like, Steph, you feel like dropping 50 tonight? Yeah, okay. So in 2 weeks, when I take these two games off, can you go for 50 that game and then maybe a 40-point triple-double the other game? That's what they're going to be doing. But he'll be the MVP. He's leading the league in points and assists.
John Wall.
Facts.
You know.
Bro. Oh, and then shout out to Kawhi Leonard. Shut people up. Oh, Kawhi Leonard might not be able to play no more, blah, blah, blah. Kawhi Leonard's like, bro, I'm still Kawhi Leonard. I was just injured. Kawhi
was feeling all last year. He wasn't hurt last year. What it completely seems now is that Kawhi Leonard played his guns right and got to hit the hell up out of San Antonio, which was his goal. But he was healthy the entire time. I 100% believe that.
I'm not going to question his injury. You say he was injured. I'm not going to question that. Oh, no.
No. Okay, let me rephrase that. I believe he was hurt, but the moment the moments in which he led on that he was healthy, he was healthier way before that. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if he told you in June he was healthy, he was healthy in February.
He could have done a playoff run.
Yeah, he played his cards right.
Another person to shout out, Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
This
word?
Man, no. You cannot do not disrespect this man. This man came up these first games.
Disrespect. John, he's disrespecting himself with his playoff performances.
Look, all I know right now, these first 6 games they're playing.
6 games, fam. 6 games.
This is what I'm just going off what has happened
Kyle
so
Lowry,
far.
Shout out
Lowry.
No, I'll shout out Kyle Lowry when he go off in the playoffs 2 games in a row.
Look, all I'm gonna
when
say
the games matter
is that Kyle Lowry have been playing well in this first 6 games of the season.
Playing well. Okay, hold on. We can't do that, guys. We can't do that. We
can't give people props.
No,
exactly.
No, we can't. Wait. Not for Kyle Lowry. Not for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, for Kyle Lowry.
Curry, we can give him props.
No.
Curry props.
No. There's just certain people. I'm never gonna give props to Paul George. I'm never gonna give props to Kyle Lowry. I ain't giving props to mentally weak motherfuckers. No.
You hate
What about DeRozan?
No, DeMar DeRozan deserves all the respect. They lied to DeMar DeRozan.
Jimmy Butler, we give him props.
Yeah, I can give him props. Yeah, Kyle Lowry? No, dog.
We'll give John Wall props.
Who?
John Wall.
John Wall.
No, he don't get no props. No.
Hey, shout out to Shy Glizzy for supporting him.
Yeah, that's sad because Jerron and Derek know I love Derek. I love John Wall. I think he's great. I think he's great. But no,
the team that is on the Wizards,
that team functions like death row.
They're missing the White House.
Shout out to the Hawks.
Trey Young doing this thing.
Yo, I told my barber is a diehard Hawks fan. I told him, I was like, for the first time since Dominique Wilkins, y'all have a player that will bring people out to just see the Hawks.
Yeah, Trey Young is doing this thing.
Trey Young is different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He different. Like he one of them dudes that he's too old to have come up under Steph Curry, but wherever he got his game from is the definition of 2018 basketball. Like if you really want to think about it, like, he's gonna be nuts.
Athletic, more aggressive Steve Nash to me.
He's a what?
He is a more aggressive scoring, athletic, bigger version of Steve Nash.
Yeah, Derek. Now,
Wow.
like if you say that, then yeah, the Hawks have a Hall of Fame point guard. Like if you think that's his ceiling, that's no, I won't want to play the Hawks.
Definitely.
I know the Hawks right now are like, yo, the Mavericks, I need you to not make the playoffs so I can get this first round pick.
Facts. You got a very good chance of that. But yeah, we don't show love to mentally weak people.
What's crazy is it's like you got to remember it was a swap for Luka Doncic and Trey Young.
Yeah, and both are looking good.
Yeah, Luka Doncic looking good.
Yeah, I thought, bruh, the NBA has so much young talent, guys. It's gonna be fun to watch the league for the next 5-6 years. Really, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Honestly,
people are gonna royally fuck it up, but it's gonna be really fun to watch.
Yeah, but I would say that if owners and coaches didn't exist, but
somebody's gonna fuck it up. No, like we all can't have fun. Like we all can't have fun, Derek. Somebody gonna have to fuck it up. I just hope it's not the Lakers. Let's put it like.
Yeah, especially I know because this is a rebuilding time for you guys.
I'm selfish now, boy. Like when you couldn't, when my team was shit, yeah, you could care about other teams. I don't give a damn now. It's great.
Y'all got the king, so
yeah, it's great, right? It feels good being able to root for your team and actually being like, happy. It's a very weird concept.
The NBA, I just want to ask you about this, Jake.
I
was getting into with the whole Brandon Ingram thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think the consensus for a lot of people is with your young players, one of them has to get traded.
That's fine.
That's fine. I mean,
just don't fuck it up. That's all I say. That's fine.
It's Magic. He ain't gonna mess it up, bro.
Yeah, but that's the scary part, Jerron. He has not missed.
So, yeah, he's made every right decision. I mean,
yes,
we've been trading D'Lo. D'Lo looks like he's going to be an NBA player, but it looks like it was the right move to get rid of that guy.
Yep.
He's not going to be transcendent. And if he's not transcendent, what's the point of having him on the team?
So glad the Sixers didn't draft him. I'll take Joel.
Yeah, man.
And all the stuff that happened to him. It's fun.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I was saying that. I was saying that
not
too.
Joel, I mean Jaleel Okafor. Even though we picked Jaleel Okafor after him.
I'm so glad we didn't get him either. Yeah, I'm glad. We got our point guard for the next 15 years, so I'm cool.
Assuming y'all trade him because
No, we're not going to trade Lonzo Ball.
Yeah, they ain't trading Lonzo. He
Derek, untouchable. Derek, his ceiling is a perennial all-star point guard. You don't trade that.
His ceiling is a bigger, taller Jason Kidd.
Derek, Jason Kidd's in the Hall of Fame. It's a Hall of Fame point guard.
I think he's close to as good as Jason Kidd was when Jason Kidd was his age.
Derek, I'll take 1/3 of Jason Kidd. I'll be okay. That's Jason fucking Kidd.
I don't think a lot of guys, especially young guys like my brother, really know what Jason Kidd was.
Oh God, Derek, that's 2-time MVP.
I know.
Oh my God. Please, Lonzo, get one. Hey, thank you.
Okay. So you guys think it's going to be Brandon Ingram is going to be the odd man out?
Unfortunately,
Nah, I
Derek,
think it's
like
gonna
what
be
it's
Kyle
looking like,
Kuzma
what it's looking like,
and Josh
Kyle
Hart.
he's gonna be out. Oh no, we keep it Kyle. Kyle's a walking 30 points. A walking when he wants to play. When his footwork is good, he's a walking 30 points.
His footwork don't have to be good when LeBron's gonna get him the space and Lonzo's gonna get him the ball.
The scary part is LeBron not even playing well.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
the
I
thing
need
that I'm
people to
tripping
stop
about.
saying that because
John,
28 points a game is not playing well. I don't care what y'all say.
No. Jerron, he is still a little off. Like I'm watching the game.
I think he's just adjusting to the new team.
LeBron's tabbing off is still
I
top
have said
five in
this.
NBA.
I have said this plenty of times. I have said this plenty of times. Most people in the NBA and most of the people who write for the NBA, albeit they are very smart individuals and I like their stuff, they overblow the fact that you need shooting. No, you need the ability to shoot. You don't need shooting. You just need space. What the NBA honestly needs is what every team, if you do this, you win the championship. If you defend at a high level and you rebound at a high level.
Aren't going right now.
Yes, and Jerron, you see when we do, we beat the crud out of teams. Even if we can't conventionally shoot the ball, we beat the slop out of teams.
Because
when we defend, it's very hard to stop us.
It's not even that, Jake. Y'all have the Macy's Day Parade in the paint every game.
Yes, bro.
That's true.
Yes.
That's
What was your film again?
Yeah.
But that's how basketball with Derek, the primary function for basketball. I mean, I hate to get this deep, but Magic Johnson broke it down this way, and I liked it. This way. He said the fundamental key to basketball is getting an easy shot. And an easy shot is not 30 feet away. Just logically speaking, it's not. But a shot within the first 10 feet of the basket is.
Don't tell
that's how
Tony that.
Yeah, and that's how basketball was originally played until people realized, you can pick this thing up and like hurl it at the rim.
You can chuck it.
Yeah, it's kind of like football. Yeah. Like you make it complicated when you don't run the football. It's the primary mechanic in football is running it, right? The primary mechanic the primary mechanic in basketball is defense, rebound, get easy shots.
Yeah, I like that segue.
You see that?
Yeah,
see what I did there?
Now,
I'm good at this.
See, this is why, but it makes me a little sad. Like the NBA is like our new girlfriend, really hot, really awesome. Like we have a bunch in common. The NFL is like that old girl. It's that girl back from high school that you thought was cool, and y'all graduated, and y'all look back, and she looks like the old Krabby Patty. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's very descriptive. Yeah, I feel you. That's the NFL, bro. The NFL is okay. So
yeah,
I'll only watch a couple of games here and there because
enough to keep up with fantasy football.
Yes, because me and my dad are in a fantasy league at his job. He gets money if he wins. He's currently 6-2.
Dang.
Yeah, he's leading right now because he has probably a walking. Well, we draft well. I'm gonna just tell you my dad's draft. So it's Matt Ryan and Deshaun Watson
nice
quarterbacks.
Okay, so you're clearly starting Deshaun Watson, right?
Oh, man, we have not stopped. Yeah, we got Calvin Ridley on the low, so we have like 7 touchdowns from him. Our running backs are David Johnson and Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen. So we have the 2 tailbacks from Chicago and the starting tailback from Arizona, and he's not even having a good season.
Yeah, well, it's really hard to have a good season when you don't.
When you have like 10 in the box, I know. Yeah. And then defense, we picked the Houston Texans defense, and so far for the last 4 weeks, they've gotten a turnover and they've gotten 2 touchdowns on turnover, so we're scoring there. Wide receivers, Keenan Allen. Tight end is Jimmy Graham.
Oh, yep. Dang.
Who's the other wide receivers? I knew Robert Woods. Robert Woods is one. I know. Okay. Yeah, we ate. Yeah, we ate. Yeah, we just killed them with good drafting. That's I didn't want the flashy stuff, and now my dad's kicking his coworkers' teeth in. Like he said it. He says it's an auto roster or whatever it is. He has not made a change, and we're kicking people's teeth in.
Well, that's some bye weeks, folks. Those bye weeks will get you some L's pretty quick if you don't sub your guys out.
Yeah, well, no, I'll tell him that. He does check it. I do tell him that. But yeah, I only watch enough to keep up with the guys. So what do y'all want to talk about in the NFL? You want to talk about like why it's primarily just still a little bit. It's a little bit better this year because the scoring's up, but I don't necessarily think that's a good product.
Well, we'll start out. I want to start out with complexion of the league: good teams, disappointing teams, and
Okay,
dog shit teams. So
who's a dog shit team? Dog shit team. That's very harsh. Dog shit, Derek?
The Browns?
Like dog shit? No, the Browns aren't dog shit at all.
The New York Football Giants.
The Giants. Yeah, I was just say the Giants. The Giants. But that's why I'm disappointed in the Falcons because they're struggling against the Giants.
No, the Falcons, I can understand why the Falcons are struggling.
Well, the injuries.
Easy. Yeah. When you miss your
the Falcons aren't dog shit, but the Falcons are like in the
disappointing.
No, they're not.
The Falcons are in the
No. Look, when you get injured, when you get banged up and injured, I don't blame that on you.
Yeah, but
you're going to struggle, Derek. Derek, listen to me. If your Patriots lost their 2 starting safeties for the season, their starting middle linebacker for the season, their slot corner for most of the season, their starting running back. No, listen, their starting running back gone, 2 of their offensive linemen out for the season. This is all within the first 6 weeks. I'm not even talking about we're in week 8. I'm just talking about the first 6 weeks. Like within the first 2 weeks, they were down like 5-6 starters for the season.
Yeah, well, and they're crawling to the playoffs.
Playing?
Derek, it takes a while for them to get. They're 3-4, right? They're 3-4. They're not necessarily out of this, and in my opinion, they are the most dangerous team in the NFC. Because even though, what am I trying to say? Let me back. Deion Jones is not out for the season. He comes back sometime after Thanksgiving. But their 2 safeties are out. But your starting middle Pro Bowl linebacker is gone. Both your safeties were Pro Bowl alternatives last year. So you had 2 Pro Bowl safeties gone. That takes a lot. But they're not disappointing. They're on a 2-game winning streak.
Yeah, they are, but it was that performance against the Giants. Ooh.
Starting the season never easy to take.
Oh no, that's terrible. But the Giants ain't mud though. The Giants
are done.
The Giants are mud.
They are. Yes, they are. They are.
I ain't saying they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're not.
They're mud.
They're mud. When your quarterback's mud, you're mud.
Is mud.
Yeah. They are mud.
Is soil.
He needs to retire.
Which is why the New York Giants are mud, because your quarterback's mud, you're mud. It's a quarterback league. If your quarterback's mud, you're mud.
He is horrible, bro.
Mud.
The Giants have 2 once in a generation offensive talents, and they can't score 20 points
because their quarterback's mud.
And they got finessed by Nate Solder. Stop signing Patriots players for record contracts. Don't do that. Stop.
And then Odell Beckham should just go and bounce out of there.
He can't. He just
signed like a 5-year deal.
I know. Man, bless his heart.
I want to be
a long 5 years.
You stuck in New York.
Yeah, I just
Oof, this is gonna be a long 5 years for him.
I think the Chargers have disappointed a little bit. I thought the Chargers were gonna be bad, but every team we're gonna name has probably dealt with some injuries. There's no other team that's disappointing.
I mean, the Chargers are actually playing well.
The Eagles are disappointing as shit.
No. The Chargers are 5-2 though. They're not really disappointing. The only person above him was Kansas City, and that's just because Patrick Mahomes arrived.
No, I thought the Chargers were going to win that division. I did.
They still can. Like, they're only 1 game down.
Like, I didn't know. I knew Patrick Mahomes was going to be good. I didn't think he was going to be this good. I really thought they were going to run away with that division. I really did. I thought
they think Patrick Mahomes be this good.
The reason why I was saying the Falcons are disappointing, at least in my opinion, I get it. The injuries they take a toll on it, and it's unfortunate. And ideally, I would like to see them in the Super Bowl, but I don't know if that's going to happen. That's a bit of a stretch now at this point. But for me, I get it. The defense, that performance Monday or whatever against the Giants, that was hard to watch. I'm like on the edge of my seat. I'm like, are they going to give this up or what? To the Giants. But I don't know. It's like I said, They could do better.
Can they
But
find a way to get Julio Jones to start catching touchdowns again? That's all I want.
that's another thing too. It's like they're afraid to pass it to him, or if they, I don't know, or he's not catching. I don't know what's going on with the offense. And we have a high scoring offense. Usually, we could put points on the board, but they just make crazy mistakes. And then Matt Ryan, whenever he gets sacked and all that stuff, that's another thing that tends to affect him throughout the game too. So it's like, I don't know, just certain things they do need to work on. I do think that they need to get some things in order for sure.
I would agree.
The Cowboys could be good now that they got Amari Cooper.
Yeah, but if the Eagles go get Patrick Peterson, it's irrelevant.
That's true. That is true. But for right now, we won't have him. So they got Amari Cooper,
Fuck the
two-time
Cowboys.
Pro Bowler.
I mean, the Cowboys, like, what?
Fuck
What?
the Cowboys.
That needed somebody to pass to. Jerry
No.
Jones when they got him somebody.
Fuck Jerry Jones.
Why do I have to turn on ESPN and hear about the Cowboys when they're
Why do you got to
Bro,
turn on Fox
terrible.
Sports to hear about the
They
Cowboys?
are really bad.
Yeah,
the
They
Cowboys?
are really, really bad.
The Cowboys
are.
aren't bad. It's their fan base makes it so that I have
Oh,
to see an irrelevant team talked about.
Oh, they are so Oh my god! Like just a complete mismanagement of that roster, of the wide receiver. Just a complete Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones do not know how. They know how to make money off football. They don't know how to run a football team.
Hey, when
Right.
you making that much money, that's dumb. You don't need to know how to run a football team.
But no, well, Jerry's
but don't you want to win a championship though?
existence is
Jerry
based
don't
off of
care.
winning.
Jerry bring them checks in.
No, but Jerry wants to win again. Like that is what he's driven by. He wants to win.
I mean, if he's driven by the need to win again, he would hire somebody that would help
It's
him
called
win.
ego, Derek.
Yeah,
Derek, you can want to win as much as possible, but if you think that nobody else is good enough for the job other than you, your ego gonna win every time, and that's Jerry Jones.
Shout out to Des Bryant, man. I hope you're enjoying the couch.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dennis caught it.
He also caught a seat on the couch at home. So
And nobody trying to sign him right now either.
yeah,
crazy.
that's true. I know that is crazy.
The Browns didn't even sign him, bro. Like
I know that's what's so shocking about it. I'm like, dang,
they
they just
brought
let
that
him
man.
make
They,
it
they
dry.
act like they was gonna sign him. They was like, "No, we just use you for Hard Knocks, fam. Get out of here."
It's like I get just to put some cards out there. I don't know. That man's in the
They
free
used that
agency.
man for a TV spot just to make it more interesting. They're like, "Okay, you can go home now."
Who are y'all surprises this year? Like good surprises.
definitely the Texans. Because
My boy Deshaun Watson told y'all.
I mean, yeah, you were right about Deshaun Watson. I'll give you props for that, Jake. You from Deshaun Watson getting drafted last year to him emerging before he tore his knee up again.
He was going to be special in high school, dog. Like his record was broken last year, but if I'm not mistaken, he held the all-time Georgia touchdown record in high school Georgia.
Mhm.
8 yardage record. Yeah, like Deshaun Watson was like a legend in the state of Georgia. And UGA didn't offer him a scholarship, so he went to Clemson. And the rest is history.
Dang, UJ messed up.
Shout out to Kelly Bryant, man. I don't know what you're doing right now, but you be on the bench, bro.
Oh, you talking about him transferring?
Yeah.
That's
Um,
I got some things to say about that, but
my surprising teams right now are the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep, I was gonna say
not
that too.
surprising. It surprised me.
It's
I thought they would be better. I thought they would be better
But
last year.
but the fact that how they went toe to toe with the Patriots though.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not. It's not even that because
they
they
should've
beat the
beat the
Patriots last
Patriots.
year. It's
They should-
Patrick
they should-
Mahomes himself.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I didn't. I thought that he was going to play well because he fits Andy Reid's
See, this is
offense.
crazy, bro.
But Patrick Mahomes is
Yo.
like, yo, this is my team now. Like, we didn't need Alex Smith. I'm the answer. They were supposed to get rid of him. I'm good. This is my team. That
Yo,
man is balling right now.
So
He's
y'all
to
don't
the
watch
plate.
college football like that, right?
Well, I
No,
kind of do.
I don't.
UGA, I follow UGA.
Like,
That's
the
my
thing. Like that's the thing. Like I watched Patrick Mahomes play at Texas Tech, right, for 2 years. Like when the whole offense is predicated on you, like Texas Tech runs a air raid spread offense. That means they throw the ball 80 times a game.
Wow.
They're trying to go as fast as they can and then throw the ball
Down the
every
field,
play,
yeah.
like every play.
Right.
When you're throwing about 80 plays a game, and basically your snap by snap decisions are the reason why your team wins and loses, and then you do it at a high level that he did it in college, right? He was no All-American, but he was all Big 12 second team. Like he was a good quarterback. Like everybody knew he was good, but he played for Texas Tech, which has a terrible program. So they would lose 5-6 games a season, right? And it takes 6 games to get bowl eligible. So they'll just barely be 500. But,
hey, we on the board. Let's go.
And then
Red
fuck the Red Sox. And then I knew it because the arm talent, like his dad pitched in the in MLB for like 14 years and he taught him how to throw. And people forget he's a 2-star, he's a 2-sport athlete. Like he got drafted in the MLB. And then he got drafted.
Wow.
Yeah, he could go play outfield right now. Like he's really good at baseball. So the reason why his grade was like a 3rd rounder or 2nd rounder was because he came from an air raid offense, which does no pre-snap reads and stuff like that, and they're not under the center. So he would have to adapt to a pro-style offense. But he went to the right situation. A coach who can actually coach offense. So, yeah, it just to me, his ability to throw the ball down the field was going to make them better this year because I knew Andy Reid would feel more comfortable taking deep shots. I didn't know he's going to be this good, though. Like, he looks like a multiple-time MVP.
Yeah. That's what surprised me, too.
Like, I thought he was going to be a Pro Bowler. Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not this good. Like, he does stuff Aaron Rodgers does.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, he's a better athlete than Aaron Rodgers, and he probably has a better arm than Aaron Rodgers, right? But only the sky's the limit for him. Like I think him and Deshaun Watson and Mitch Trubisky are going to be like the future, right?
Mitch Trubisky,
man, with that offense, yeah, bro, yeah.
Trubisky,
he hard to cold. I understand what you're saying. He hard to cold.
Yeah, he gotta get shown more consistency.
He's real, bro. He's on. When he's on, he's on.
That is true. My other surprise team that's not really surprised that they're leading the division, just surprised that they're 7-0 is the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh yeah.
Los Angeles ain't even surprising. You know what I'm saying? They one of them teams I expected to be this good. They're
like I said,
they did well last year.
I didn't expect them to start the season 7-0 though.
Right.
Yeah, same here.
Loaded the fuck up on over the offseason. I don't see. I couldn't see this. If they didn't do that, they look like the Raiders. That's how
they're not even surprising. They're not surprising.
The Raiders are a surprise team too, because I thought they were going to be better than they are. But they're destroying that team.
John Gruden can spider 2Y banana these nuts, nigga. Bruh. He's terrible. How do you listen to this. How do you trade a once in a generation defensive end? Okay. And then 2 games later, Jerron, you know what I'm about to say, right?
Good.
And then two games later, you get in a press conference.
It's hard to find a pass rusher.
Like you just got mollywopped, right? And you say, you know what would be nice?
We had a
generated more pass rush. What?
Wow.
What?
Oh, wow.
What?
Oh.
Pass rusher.
The audacity to say that.
Dang.
If I was a player,
I think I would have left. I would have been like, I'm done. Shit. shit.
Yo,
Put me in a
That
free
man
agency.
went on stage and said, "Yeah, it's hard to find pass rush, in the drafts these days, because I was like,
Are you kidding me?
what?
Oh my
what?
god.
You had Khalil freaking Mack.
I'm telling you, this is a mud team too.
Yo, Khalil Mack should have got a red eye to Oakland, snuffed him, and then back for the game the same day. That's so disrespectful. Like, if you Khalil Mack, what do you take away from that? Homie really thought it was a pass rush.
Time to leave and find a new team.
So I'm not gonna be the voice of reason. I'm just gonna kind of guess.
Yeah, you breaking up, bro.
You breaking up,
Yeah.
bro.
I guess in no uncertain terms, I'm about to cap for John Gruden a little bit here. So
What?
yeah, I gotta do
I
it.
gotta hear this. I gotta hear
You
this.
gotta hear this. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Y'all remember when Derek Carr was an MVP candidate a couple years ago before he got injured?
Yeah, and then his left tackle got lazy that one play and had the Indianapolis Colts snap his leg like a baguette. Yes.
Yeah.
Damn.
Dude, homie hasn't looked the same since, but the consensus about Derek Carr has been that he's more of a dinker and dunker. He's more like what people thought Tom Brady was back when Tom Brady didn't have Gronk or really any outside weapons.
Right.
He's just a guy that's going to move the ball by checking down, almost like a better version of Alex. He doesn't really do much downfield. He doesn't make Aaron Rodgers-esque throws. He doesn't escape the pocket or extend plays exceptionally. It's not like he doesn't do it. He's not completely unathletic.
Right.
Point being, he's just not a generational quarterback. And arguably, he's not a franchise quarterback. To this point, I think John Gruden saw that and said, if I don't have a franchise quarterback, then everything I'm doing with this team is a moot point. So I might as well evaluate the talent I have. And I guess he looked at Khalil Mack and he saw, I can't get a player equivalent to what you can do, but I can get talent that in its sum can be equivalent or better than what you bring to the table.
Derek, he's Alex Smith Jr.
Who?
Derek Carr. He's Alex Smith Jr. Like, he
Yeah.
has a very high completions percentage. And then, wait, Derek, you said y'all are on the board?
Yeah.
They took that run away, bro.
Are you serious?
Yeah, fuck the Red Sox. Okay.
Oh,
Told you, bro. Like, I don't know.
what's the score right now?
It's 1-0.
No, it still says 1-1 on my thing.
It's just ESPN must be wrong. Somebody getting sued.
I'm on ESPN right now, bro.
No, seriously, I'm on ESPN 2 watching the game right now, and it says 1-0, top of the fifth.
No, we're
They're the bottom of the eighth, bro.
Yo, they're so far behind. What the hell?
What?
You bottom of the eighth.
You must have like paused something on your
Okay. Well, no, Derek, this is it's just okay. It's just ESPN 2 being slow. These are past scores. Okay, now it's the ticker. Okay. Yeah, but he's Alex Smith Jr., dog. That's what he is. He had better wide receivers.
He did. So if you're John Gruden, you know you don't have your quarterback. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out where this is, where
I know where he's going. I already know where he's going with this.
So
he got inherited a bad franchise?
That he got inherited a
Derek, no.
What's a different name for like fake, like an imposter or like a faux?
A veneer?
Yeah, veneer. Like basically a veneer of like what people thought would be a contender. Because you look at basically his introduction and how they got him over in Oakland, and it's like, oh my God, we got the coach, and now we have all the pieces. We already had Khalil Mack, so people just assume they had an elite defense, or the defense is really just right, and they assume they had an elite offense because they had a guy that was an MVP candidate a year ago. And it's really had a quarterback having his best year probably of his whole career, and you had a really good wide receiver who completely shit on Kevin White's career reality, Amari Cooper is like, the league average number one receiver. He's not a terrible number one, but he's not exceptional either. He had a couple of good years. At this point, what he's doing right now, he's not exceptional as a number one. You wouldn't put him up there with AJ Green, Julio Jones, DeAndre Hopkins, etc.
Okay.
So I think as a coach, John Gruden, number one, know he's going to be there for a while because if they cut him, he still gets his 100 racks, 100 million racks. Excuse me. So he's going to be there for a while. And rather than try to compete for the next 3 years with a team that in your heart, if you have any if you know all this, you know this is football fans. We know Derek Carr isn't that good, and if you try to dog it out with this team, you'll end up going 9-7, 10-6, and getting knocked off on the wild card round. While you look at Patrick Mahomes, and you're like, "Oh, we're never going to beat this guy with this team." So you get rid of your players, rid of Khalil Mack because. Yes, like I said, you can trade Khalil Mack and you can get those picks, those first-round picks you would get. And through those, you can get players that their sum on defense will be the equivalent of what Khalil Mack can give you or better at a cheaper price, may I add. Because Khalil Mack is going to help a team win games now. But in 2 or 3 years, Khalil Mack is going to be helping a team win at a very high price, whereas you can get a couple of good blue chip prospects in 2 or 3 years. When you have your quarterback, still on a cheap price. So I think Don Gruden's playing the long game. Honestly, I think
that's why they signed him to that ridiculous 10-year contract.
I think that empowers him. I think
the wrong way though, Derek.
I think if teams, if coaches and GMs didn't have to worry about fans getting impatient, this is how a lot of teams have won their stuff. If you know you didn't have the A-tier quarterback, it almost immediately, unless you have an elite defense and an elite running game, you're not competing that year. We can agree to that, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, unless there's some miracle happens, yeah.
So if you don't have an elite defense, which they don't have.
No, they've never had that ever since. I mean, even when Jack Del Rio was there, they just had Khalil Mack.
Yeah. So if you don't have the elite defense and your running game is it's there, what are we talking about? Your team is.
We're talking about here disrespecting a player.
I mean,
foolish.
Oh, I can't stand behind that call. I think that was kind of tongue in cheek. I think that's happened.
What was tongue in cheek about you like never meeting him face to face, disrespecting him and his craft, and basically in all intents and purposes calling him worthless, and then picking a fight with him, right, and then making him the bad guy in order to create a narrative to get him traded. What that sounds like everything like,
No, that's just
Brooks and Simeon Rice and Warren Sapp said about the dude. The dude's a liar. Like he's not a good coach.
I was saying a tongue-in-cheek thing regarding when he was talking to the media, saying it's hard to find a pass rush.
Yeah, like
he said that post Khalil Mack be traded because he knew. But obviously, you had.
You thought he said it as a joke?
Not as a joke, more as because it wasn't funny. More as
was he trying to be funny?
I'm gonna play dumb with you guys since you guys want to ask me dumb questions. You know what I mean?
I think I get where you're coming from because of what the media. Yeah.
He's a dick.
So, what you're basically telling me is, I was an asshole in a situation which did not go well. So to get myself out of the situation, I'm gonna be a bigger asshole.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. It was just wow.
No. I mean, I'm not saying he traded Khalil Mack to get out of that situation. I think he looked at Khalil Mack and evaluated. Yeah, probably a top 3 pass rusher, but you're going to be a very expensive top 3 pass rusher. And over the next 3 or 4 years, you on this team in your prime. We're not going to be ready to compete.
Right.
So I'm going to trade you get better value because Derek Carr is typically just above average.
Okay.
So that's what
I can kind of see that, but he didn't go about it that way.
No, he had to basically make it look like there was an issue. Like he had to construe this whole narrative to get Khalil Mack out of there with any like semblance of sense. Because like we have to understand, Raider Nation thought when they got John Gruden, they were going to go to the Super Bowl or they're going to the AFC. I don't know. You know how Raiders fans are.
Mm-hmm.
I think John Gruden, because I'm assuming John Gruden saw what I saw. I'm assuming John Gruden like has some football acumen to know the Raiders are just a paper tiger. And if you couldn't see that, even with superior coaching, unless you can if you could somehow scheme in a Hall of Fame defense for that Raiders team, then yeah, of course, they can win a Super Bowl. But since you can't do that, you either have to rebuild or blow up that team. So I'm not saying John Gruden is like completely absolved. I do think he's a dick, but I don't think you have to be a saint to be a good football coach. I think we've had dudes who just aren't like the nicest guys that have won. He's won a Super Bowl. Now, granted, that was probably the fakest Super Bowl win ever because he went against the team he coached like a year or two before. But my point being, his evaluation of football talent, I don't think was really wrong. I think it was more or less right on. And I think I would react in the same way if I didn't fear getting fired, which he doesn't fear getting fired, because I know in 2 to 3 years, when I have my elite quarterback and I have the defense I want, I'll be in a much better situation than had I stood pat with everything I had and try to put a lipstick on a pig. That's all I got to say. What do y'all think?
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
Interesting. Yeah.
I can agree with that now. Doesn't change the way I think of him, but yeah, okay, I'll give him a pass. I'll give him a little bit.
I mean, technically, his trades he actually got some good value for his trades. So
he did.
He now has four. He now has 4 first-round picks in the next 2 years. So he got 2 this year and 2 next year. So he can do some stuff with it.
He can, but he has to hit on every last single one of them.
Oh yeah, if he drafts a Trent Richardson or something like that, he's done.
Dang, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
man.
Oh, me too. I was like, dang.
Every one of your draft picks, unless you get the Khalil Mack and what people thought Derek Carr was going to be, or what they thought he is, because you got to remember too, Derek Carr could get traded now this season or next season. Like Derek Carr, if they don't think he's their future, you could easily go up to some team like Jacksonville and be like, yeah, we heard you had a mud quarterback. We have a not mud quarterback, but he's not elite. Y'all think y'all have an elite defense. Y'all think y'all have good head coaching. Y'all think y'all have a great run game. Y'all want to take a shot with this guy? His contract isn't that bad. Yeah, go to Jacksonville, maybe finesse a couple second rounders or a first rounder if they're desperate enough. You can go to the Giants and be like, hey, listen, we got this guy. He was going to be MVP a couple years ago, but his leg got snapped like a twig. But we think if we give him to you, he'll be able to get the ball to Odell. There are a lot of bad GMs in the NFL that look at Derek Carr and think he's just, if we get him in our system, you know what I mean? I'm sure because John Gruden, I think personally John Gruden maybe didn't really see how. I think John Gruden saw this used car and saw the exterior, and he was like, "All right, this is a nice little Charger." You know what I mean? And he opened up the hood, and he was like, "Oh my!" After buying, and he was like, "Oh, okay, I have to flip this real quick." You know what I mean? So I think he looked at Derek Carr from a spectator and it was just like, yeah, this guy's a digger and dunker, but maybe with my offense, and he gets there, goes to a training camp and says,
oh, you can't make those reads. You can't get the ball down the field. You don't have the arm. It's not just you didn't have the opportunity or the coaching. You actually can't do it. So that's why I think he went there. Because for so long, you got to remember, people were pruning to get John Gruden out of retirement. You got to remember when he was doing all that quarterback stuff on ESPN with the draft picks and getting them in there and showing them their tape and said, "Hey, you took a sack here. What did you take a sack here?" I made a mistake. No, you can't take sacks like that in the NFL, Andrew Luck. Yeah, John, you're right. And he got paid millions for that. And because of that, people were like, John Gruden really knows football. We need to have him on our team. Right? So for him to leave that cushy job where everyone loved John Gruden to go coach for football, coach the Oakland Raiders, makes you think he thought that team could compete. And now that he knows he's stuck there, he has no choice but to rebuild that team in his own image. Because he wasn't going to go to the Cleveland Browns. He wasn't going to go to, I don't know, whatever other godforsaken organization that's really struggling right now in the NFL. But you get my point.
The Giants?
Yeah, they could use him. They could use him bad.
Absolutely.
You can't do anything when you don't have the quarterback that year. If you don't have a like I said, if you don't have the quarterback, you don't have an elite defense, and you can't run the ball, you're basically not a football team. You might as well not show up that year. Like we're looking at the Cardinals right now.
Gosh.
Just don't come to work. Like, yeah.
You're right though.
You know what I mean? It's just like you don't have any of the things necessary to even keep you in games. Like we look at the Jaguars and we say, well, what's wrong with the Jaguars? Number one, their defense isn't as good as it used to be. But that's part in because they look at the offense and they're either trying to do too much, playing in certain ways where it's like we're trying to score rather than just trying to stop guys. And also you get demoralized when you are literally getting 3 and outs, getting guys to punt, and your quarterback comes and says, "All right, guys, y'all got to go back on the field. I shit the bed." So yeah, that makes your defense a little less potent. Number one. Number two, Leonard Fournette's not there. So if you can't run the ball effectively, your defense isn't great, and your quarterback is Blake Bortles, we have uninteresting football.
Right.
We have uninspired football.
Definitely.
So I don't know. Let's get back to the point. The point is disappointing team, Oakland Raiders. Disappointing team to me, Jacksonville Jaguars, because Blake Bortles is a starting quarterback in the NFL. Anything else anybody wants to say about some teams?
What about Tennessee?
Tennessee, I'm gonna let somebody else say something because I think
you go. I haven't been following them as much though, but I was just throwing them out there because I don't hear much about them either. I was thinking, I don't know if they fall into the category of disappointment, or what.
even Ed.
The Titans to me are they're bland.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a bland franchise. Like I think Marcus Mariota is not that cat. He's not that guy.
Right.
I thought he was, but he's really not that good. They have a good defense. They're one of the best defenses in the league. It's just the offense can't give them any point. Or threat, really.
Or give the defense a rest.
Yeah, I mean their head coach is Mike Vrabel, guy who played with the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
They're
not really making wave. Well, to me, that's why I was asking about it because they're not really making waves like some of these other teams.
They're a lesser known franchise.
Yeah, they're just not worth talking about. They're not noteworthy. It's not like they have Marcus Mariota setting records like Patrick Mahomes is doing. I mean, number one, if you're not winning, no one's going to talk about your defense regardless of how good it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really hard to. It's easier to shout out a quarterback, a wide receiver, running back who's racking up yardage and TDs and losing efforts than it is a defense and losing efforts. Because if your defense was that good, you wouldn't be losing, would you?
That's true.
You could easily have a guy like a DeAndre Hopkins go for 150 yards, 6 touchdowns, six receptions, and 2 touchdowns, and the Texans could get blown out by 30. But you could recognize that game. But if a team is losing, 21-18, yeah, y'all held them to 21 points, but because your team is so mud on offense, they could only score 18 points. No one's really going to think that's that impressive. You look at the Titans, their games, they're losing games like not even doing that. It's really good. They give it up 20, 23, 13, 21, 20.
Yeah,
Like they're not getting blown out. They're not getting into
Right.
these. They're locking people down, but who wants to talk about teams holding other teams to 20 points and losing efforts?
yeah.
No one.
Yeah, nobody. That's true. That is
So
true.
Jake is right. Marcus Mariota is pretty just
Okay.
not the guy. It's like Marcus Mariota doesn't even do it enough for you to know why he's not the guy. Marcus Mariota is, I don't know. I can't say much about him because he's so uninteresting as a player. He's not enough like Marcus Mariota threw 8 picks in the last 3 games, but you're not like Marcus Mariota is scorching the league. You know what I mean? He's average, but I feel like he's more below average than above average, especially with a defense like that.
Mm-hmm.
They
Absolutely.
should
Absolutely.
be better.
I agree. I see where you're coming from. I do. And like you said, you made a good point about how nobody's really going to talk about their games and all that stuff. But I would say another team, I don't know, maybe they just aren't progressing. There's two teams I think that are also kind of like disappointments, or maybe they're just going to stay at the bottom, is the Jets and the Bills.
Well, they play in the AFC East, and they're just never okay. I should say they. I shouldn't say they're just never because I could wake up. Tom Brady could say, "You know what? I'm retired," and that division is up for grabs. You say that Bill Belichick, but the thing about AFC, the AFC East is that it's been dominated by the Patriots for so long that is in a constant rotation of new head coaches. Teams get fed up with the fact that they cannot beat the Patriots, and every 3 to 4 years, on repeat, you see new head coaching. Like that Jets coach, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on a hot seat at the end of this season or sometime in the middle of the next season. He just hasn't gotten much done. Now, granted, you got to give your coaches some time to get their draft picks in there and to develop them.
Exactly.
But it's like when you've been irrelevant for so long, fans are just used to getting mad at year 3 or 4 and getting rid of that coach. Like, yeah, it's not even that they're disappointing. It's that we've gotten used to certain teams underperforming for so long that we don't look to them for success. So how could we get disappointed? One thing I want.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to talk about now. I want to talk about the contenders before we wrap up the NFL. So we already got the Chiefs, and we don't have to talk about the Patriots. The only thing we got to say about the Patriots is if their defense continues to be all-time bad, it doesn't matter how good Tom Brady is going to be. Because the new teams in the NFL, the seemingly elite teams, stand for the Kansas City Chiefs, the Rams,
yes,
right? The Chargers, even the Saints to an extent. Those teams,
the Saints,
they can play defense, or their defense is significantly better than the Patriots is, and they have the Hall of Fame. Not Hall of Fame, but they have the league leading, like the hot offenses this year. So I'm gonna say the Chiefs. Big ups to them.
Okay.
We already talked about the Chiefs.
All right.
Patriots. What can you say that hasn't been said? You know what I mean? Like they
have football Jesus. That's all.
Yeah.
So let's get into like we got into the Chargers a little bit. I really want to talk about them because really the thing about the Chargers is that team always never gets to this point because they always lose close games or they always win games that they should win so that they don't get to the playoffs. They're not selling anymore. They're not giving up those games. So we actually get to see this talented team who, by the way, when they get Joey Bosa back, will have an even more elite defense. They have a Hall of Fame quarterback in Phillip Rivers. He's a Hall of Famer.
Right.
They have a coach, bro.
And they have a coach.
Yeah, Anthony Lynch is a really good coach. To me, Derek, if they get in the playoffs, I wouldn't want to play him in the AFC. That's just me.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, if I'm a Patriots fan, I'll take my chances against Patrick Mahomes again. I wouldn't want to play Phillip Rivers. Not with y'all defense. No disrespect. Just this year
I don't
the
want to
Patriots.
play a quarterback that has a brain.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Mitch Trubisky literally. I think Mitch
Trubisky went off against y'all, dog. He like 4 touchdowns. Like he went off. And if it wasn't for special teams, y'all don't win that game.
No, he didn't. Okay, let's calm down. He had an awful game throwing the ball. He ran all up and down on us, extended plays, and got first downs.
Yeah, he had like 3 touchdowns in that game, though.
He had he threw for 3 touchdowns, yeah. But if you look at his throwing numbers, I think he was like 20 for like 50. Like he was not completing passes. I'm telling you, I watched that game. What he was doing was extending plays or getting first downs with his feet. He had like 85 yards rushing that game. Like the defense literally didn't know what to do because the dude could not. Like the reason why the Bears did not win that game at home was because he was not getting completions to his receivers. If he was getting the ball in the receiver's hands, that game we would have got blown out. We would have lost that game 15. Easy.
Oh, I thought y'all just came back. Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, no. We were up. We were down like 17-7. Then the Patriots scored. Then we scored like the special team stuff. But Mitch Trubisky, literally, that's one reason I think Jerron's like not high on him. I don't know if Jerron saw some in that game. That dude could not hit water in a boat with some of his.
That's why I was saying, like, he's too inconsistent.
He like that game was just so weird because he was getting first downs with his legs that he shouldn't have been getting.
He was running a whole lot.
Yeah. But I don't even want to get into the Patriots because the fact that we couldn't defend that makes me more sick than if Aaron Rodgers came to Gillette and threw for 400, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. At least that's Aaron Rodgers, and at least he's completing passes. You know what I mean? A guy just running on you, and he's not even hitting the passes. It's like, get the spy. Like, I'm okay. But
yeah, I feel you. I feel you where you're coming from. Yeah.
But yeah.
He wasn't hitting a lot of passes, but he was just hitting important.
Yeah, he was getting like the third and like 7 for like 17. But then
he was just hitting important passes to the point where it seemed like, we need to make sure we guard his receivers, giving him wide open running lanes for him to run in. But honestly, I didn't really need to do that because he wasn't that consistent.
Yeah. But I don't mean to get off track because we know what the Patriots can do, what they need to do. You know what I mean? I want to talk.
The only thing I'm worried about with the Patriots is that how that defense is going to hold up in the playoffs. Because
I think we're either going to pick up some free agents, try to make a trade, or you're gonna see the things that happens to the Patriots where it's like week 12, so the Patriots they fix their defense. Because when December, November hits and the Patriots, try to go into that playoff mode year in the second third of the season. The third fourth of the season.
Yeah,
the
later half.
Yeah, everyone in the NFL gets fooled in the thing that the Patriots defense is somehow elite because Bill Belichick does a really good job of game planning and taking away what certain quarterbacks do well. But in reality, when we get into late December and January,
that's when you're in playoff mode. Yeah,
that defense is still going to have the problems that it had in October, unless you change the personnel. So my thing is, if we don't change the personnel, schemes won't do much, especially when you have a first-year defensive coordinator. So I don't even want to like. My thing is, I don't want to think about what the Patriots need to do, because right now what we need to do is get the players. We needed to go in that draft, and I appreciate us drafting, Sony Michel, and an offensive lineman who, by the way, is out for the year. Big surprise. But we could have used some speed on defense. We could have used an edge rusher. But that's just me. But I'm done with my Patriots rant. So we got through the Chargers. What do y'all think about the Saints?
Oh man, whew. They're just on fire right now.
Up and down.
Yeah, it depends.
Really boo boo to being really good.
Really good, yeah. And
I
now
don't know what they are. Like, we'll find out when they play the Vikings.
Right. And the thing is,
loaded though. It's hard to tell. It's hard to choose who's coming out of the NFC.
South, especially. Yeah, that's a tough division to come out of.
Yeah.
The South, NFC South.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting too between Saints, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and the Falcons. Like them duking it out. Yeah, that's.
Oh, you don't got to worry about Tampa Bay, bro. I'll tell you that right now.
That's true, but with the Falcons, you kind of do, because the Falcons they give up big games sometimes. I'm just saying, as a Falcons fan, we tend to give up big games sometimes.
My thing about the Falcons is you still have an MVP quarterback in Matt Ryan.
Absolutely.
So all the Falcons really need to do is figure out how to get that offense into that second to third year that they used to have. And they don't have the same personnel. I know Taylor Gabriel's out somewhere, not running fast for the Falcons or whatever, and they're having issues getting Julio Jones the ball. But every other team in the NFL finds a way to get the ball to their great number one receiver. So the Falcons should be able to figure it out. Like, there's no reason why DeAndre Hopkins can absolutely destroy teams. Why you have wide receivers who have a similar skill set to Julio Jones. I understand, they may have guys, secondary guys, second and third option on offense that can done better than Julio, but I'm pretty sure, don't they have like a rookie wide receiver over there up here in Atlanta?
They do.
Calvin Ridley.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't he doing well?
Yes, bro.
He is.
He's the reason why my dad's fantasy team is so
team. Yeah,
So-
he's doing well.
Their offense is not the problem.
It's good. No, their offense is great right now.
dude,
It's
like
just the
this year-
defense that worries me.
This year, they're scoring a lot, dog. They're scoring like 30 points a
They're
game.
scoring
Yep.
a lot, but
Yep.
they're giving up so many points that they can't win.
Yes, like they're not complaining about Steve Sarkisian anymore. Like they
No.
score.
Yeah,
I said this was
do.
going to happen. I said this.
I
said
remember
this
you
last
saying
year.
that. I remember you saying that. It's just the defense is what worries me, and I know that's Dan Quinn's strength is defense, and I'm thinking like
When you miss half your defense, though, like I tell a lot of Falcons fans at work,
That's
they
true.
like complain. I'm like, bro, you're missing two safeties. Your middle linebacker? And I didn't miss like an edge rusher too. Like,
Yeah, bro, they're missing a lot. They're missing the whole spine of their.
They are, which is I'm like this is like the worst time to have all these injuries happening, man.
Well, then maybe the Falcons need to flip the script, and instead of trying to have a high-powered offense, maybe y'all need to do more of that ball control, pound the rock 25 times to keep.
Well, their running backs in there too.
Yeah, they're Devontae Freeman.
Yeah, he's injured.
He didn't play like one of the games.
Everybody got all the injuries in the wrong spots.
Yeah, they got banged up early on at the wrong time,
And they got banged up early. That's the worst part. Is that not only did they get the injuries, they got them early.
That just sucks.
Exactly, it's just poor timing, and that's why we have those losses up there too. It's just poor timing.
But I mean, y'all ain't out of it because
no, we're not. I mean, we could still make it as a wild card, or in the playoffs and all that stuff. I'm not discounting that.
If the Saints have two bad games and the Falcons have two good games, then
they would have to.
First.
But to me,
I don't think the Saints. I don't see the Saints having two bad games.
Me either, because they're hot right now. I mean, they're hot. They're just pretty much unstoppable right now at this point. But
the thing is about that NFC South is that those teams will cannibalize each other.
Exactly.
Saints will lose an important game to either the Falcons or the Panthers or both.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly.
And the Panthers will do the same with the Falcons and the Saints, and the Bucks will find a way to really annoy and piss off one of you guys.
Exactly.
Because that's just the nature of the NFC South. It's not like the NFC East where the other teams almost, I shouldn't say lie down, but they hardly ever give the Patriots an issue to give the Patriots a loss that they shouldn't. Whereas in other divisions,
The only people that get a Patriots problems is Miami. Miami always tend to pull out one.
yeah, you're right. We probably will lose Miami at home or Miami on the road or some. Not this year. Not if they got Brock Osweiler. If we get to play Brock Osweiler,
Y'all got that, bro. Y'all got that. Yeah,
I'm rubbing my hands together like.
No, this man last game against Houston, that man threw that ball. It went straight to the Texas defender. I was like, "Where are you throwing, son?" Like, what did you see?
Good Thursday night football. We had Deshaun Watson looking like like freaking Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson is going off. That man Brock Osweiler was like, bruh, like, what are you doing, fam? What are you like, bruh?
He went full cat.
I know the Dolphins are like, yo, we did so well when we had Tannehill. We was like, what, 3-1? We
Now
went
they
straight.
got the ski mask extraordinaire, Brock Osweiler.
That man Tannehill got hurt. I know everybody in that front office was like, oh no.
Yeah. He is still making money from the Texans, Brock Osweiler.
That's crazy, bro.
Yo, he ski masked that.
Yeah.
Extraordinaire. Like, he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
He got paid to run away from Peyton Manning's shadow.
Yep, exactly.
Facts.
That's crazy. They're like, the Broncos was like, listen, Peyton's gone. It's your team now. And Brock Osweiler said, nope. And finesse some other team.
Speaking of the Broncos, how y'all liking Case Keenum in Denver?
No, stop it.
They paid that man $70 million.
That's a lot.
I mean, he played well last year, bro.
Just because you do that one Rican pass and the safety miss, you think you big? No, you're
70 mil. Sheesh.
No, bro. He only threw like what 4 or 5 interceptions that whole season last year. Like, he had a good year.
But I don't know. That's a huge risk right there. 70 million though. That much though.
Hey, what's his name? 100 mil.
Oh,
they say 30 million less.
Just shit. I know you're talking
about.
The
Vikings were smoking. The Broncos were smoking.
Hey, what y'all think about San Francisco?
hey, come on, guys.
JT, I really feel bad for you.
Yeah, I know. My fucking quarterback wanted to play goddamn running back and tore his ACL. I get
it. Okay. Your quarterback was doing RG3 cosplay. Let's get it right.
I really feel bad.
Derek, chill, bro.
Jake, I really do feel bad for your team. I really do. I really do.
Right now,
Jesus.
Right now, he chilling with his porn star. He's straight.
Yeah, he is.
Fuck every last single one.
See, that's what happened with Colin. See, he got on his off year. He was messing around with Brittany Renner, that Thizzot, and that's why they were having a bad year. He's just,
why would people
always the women?
That whole thing where they're like, "Oh, he made her fly out." Like, okay, like
I say, why not? She got her own bag.
Exactly. Like, okay,
no one was
out to see somebody she wanted to see. Who cares? Like,
yeah, she got her own bag. She can pay for her own ticket. Why not?
Black Twitter and Black Instagram, like the men were not. Dudes were calling Kaepernick the GOAT for doing that. Like,
I don't understand. Like, she got her own money. She really want to see her. She was going to play her flag.
Yeah, she's an Instagram model, and like she's got a book out, so she definitely should be able to have her own bag for sure by now.
Yeah, can she fly me out? Fuck. Like, man. But like, yeah. I didn't really want to talk about the
49ers.
I want to talk about all these number teams. But anyway, I didn't want to talk about the 49ers because honestly, I think we're in year 2 of Mike Shanahan's tenure as coach. and he still doesn't have his quarterback. So
You don't like Beathard?
an offensive coach without his quarterback. What am I evaluating again?
You don't like Befford, bro?
I mean, he was cooking.
Hey, Befford was cooking that Packers defense. You didn't twist it.
Defense, but they were going against Aaron Rodgers, so it was irrelevant. And then he did sell at the end of the game. He sold hard, but yeah, I personally think number one, Mike Shanahan. So I think we one of the big things about the whole Dallas trade with Amari Cooper is that you can't evaluate a quarterback if he doesn't have a number one receiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't evaluate a coach if he doesn't have a quarterback.
Okay.
Makes
sense.
It just doesn't make sense. It's like talking about. I personally wasn't giving up with the Falcons. The last thing I remember about the Falcons was when they were 1-4. So the fact that they were on a 3-game winning streak, I don't look at that team as disappointment strictly because of the injuries. I was trolling earlier. I know the Falcons have just been depleted with injuries. It's just the only thing you can say about them being disappointing is that they were that close to winning a Super Bowl, and now But otherwise,
I mean, look at the Eagles right now.
The Eagles
Y'all ain't that bad, Jerron.
They're not that bad.
Y'all disappointing, but y'all not that bad.
Bruh, my boy Mills, please get Patrick Peterson because my boy Mills get an 8 out there, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, just throw it in his direction. The wide receiver will catch it eventually. Just throw it to Mills, bro.
Damn.
Y'all can't lose games when you're up. Where are they, like 17-0?
Don't even talk about it, bro. Don't even talk about it. That defense was like, you know what? We're just gonna let them score. It's fine. And then the sad part is, it wasn't like they scored in the third and then they just came back in the fourth. No, we were still up in the fourth, and they was like, you know what? We're gonna score 3 touchdowns on them and win this game, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. That's tragic. And you know what the sad part is that in the first quarter we missed a field goal. We don't miss a field goal. This is a whole different game. But no, he decided to miss.
Is Jay Ajayi out for the year? Or is
he tore his ACL.
Yeah, he tore his ACL. He out.
Dang. Oof.
And we don't have Blunt anymore. So now we went from a power running team to we got 2 little small backs.
Sheesh.
I
would trade for Le'Veon Bell.
We don't have the cap room to re-sign on this problem.
You get rid of like Darren Sproles or some shit.
For real.
I'm gotta be able to get rid of somebody. Like NFL has no player trades, man. That's the lamest shit. You know what I mean? Like the NFL never goes, all right, we need an outside receiver and we have a covered corner.
You never see player for player. You see player
always
for
like, all right, we need a corner. Here's a 3rd round pick. It's never like y'all have a player we need. We have a player y'all need. Let's do business. It's very rare you see that type of trade in the NFL.
Not during the season. And usually, if you see something like that, it's usually during the off season, and it's usually for like players who like really doesn't really matter. They just doing
more
it.
relevant guys. You're gonna put on your practice squads that we never see them again. Man, fuck the NFL. So trash. But I think, did we get to everything in the NFL? Anybody have anything else to say?
Yeah, it will be nice to see the Falcons win a Super Bowl. That's all.
Yeah, it'll happen one day, John.
One day.
Stay patient, bro.
I still want to get to that point.
I didn't think the Eagles going to win a Super Bowl either, but we did it last year. So
I still want to get to that point where my dad's like, and have, God forbid this ever happens, he's in the grave and I got to pour like champagne and say, I told you we could win a Super Bowl. I still want to get to that point.
Oh, God, you took it there?
Yeah, because my dad's a Saints fan. Yeah.
The Saints fan?
More than shit that.
Bruh. Yeah.
In the future.
I know. Because my dad would joke around saying, I bet you I'm going to be in the grave by the time your Falcons win. And I'm like, please don't say that. Please don't say that.
My uncle always said, look, bro, he's like, you can't go for these Georgia teams He said, because they'll take you all the way to a championship game and then they'll blow it.
Yep.
And the sad part is that man said it like 10 years ago. And I was like, nah, they can win and they make it. Then the let the Falcons go. They up and then they blow it. And then UGA go.
UGA,
and then they blow it. And I'm like,
oh
damn,
gosh.
right.
He's back to back. These back-to-back heartbreaks. Yeah, makes you not want to go for a Georgia team, really. You know, I mean, hey, the only team I could say that in terms of what I follow, like in terms of NFL and football, like the teams I pull for haven't won a national title. But if I go to like, football, like soccer with Barcelona, they've won 2 titles since I've been a fan. So it's like, I don't know.
Man had to go out the country to find a
Out the country, yes, bruh. Jeez. Just to have a winning team. But that's all I gotta add.
All right, we're going to extra innings. So if we're done with the NFL, me and Jake are gonna go hit up this MLB real quick because I gotta eat
Fuck your team.
I gotta eat some crow. So first of all, I gotta extend a sincere, heartfelt apology to the legacy of one JD Martinez because in the offseason, I want.
What did I tell you at the
I don't want JD Martinez. I want Eric Hosmer. JD Martinez goes.
I told this fool that JD Martinez was going to do wonders for y'all.
An MVP like type season, and then Eric Hosmer goes to having career lows almost across the board, including So yeah, I'm gonna say my fault, my bad. You had it the whole time, JD. Thanks for getting this far. Currently, we're at the top of the 10th. The Red Sox are on the road against the Dodgers. If we score here and we win this game, we'll be up 3-0. And, essentially that will be almost locked to win the championship. All I have to say is, you got to finish all your games. I don't want to be the team that is the first team to give up a 3-0 lead because that's going to happen one day. And when it does happen, especially in social media, like, it would have been easier for a team to give up a 3-0 lead in the championship and lose before social media. But you're going to be that team from now on. Like people still don't want to forget that the Warriors blew a 3-1 lead in the finals. People, that's still a meme. If you had a 3-0 lead and you lose it, you are like in the freaking books of memeology. Like you'll have an entire book devoted to your 0-3. You know what I mean? Like that meme will spawn memes that will create. You know what I mean? Like you. So please, if we go up 3-0 tonight, finish them off. Don't be that team. But if we don't finish them tonight, find a way to go back home, win the series. What do you have to say, Jake?
Fuck your team.
I assume so.
If anybody knows, I'm a Yankees fan, diehard. Derek's he's a fuck Sox fan. Fuck anything out of Boston, really. If you really think about it, like keep the chowder, everything else can go.
They can take that chowder too. I don't care.
I don't like some Boston baked beans though.
Oh no,
Derek, you don't even
do that too.
Derek don't even fuck with that. Derek know good what a chowder is like the greatest thing to come out of Boston. But no, in all honesty, they are the best baseball team I've seen in a long time. They're better than that fuck ass Houston Astros team last year. Yeah, fuck them too.
JT got smoked for a lot of teams.
Why you hating today, bro?
I was gonna say,
no.
This man got smoked.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
Want to give our boy Kyle Lowry?
No, I'm not hating.
Hating Red Sox. Hating on the Astros. Like,
no, I hate the Red Sox. I hate on the Red. I'm not hating on the Astros. The Astros should have beat the Red Sox. Like, if we really want to be honest, but Boston came in there and flipped the whole script. Like, Boston broke all their tendencies for the whole season to beat them. Like it was really impressive to see. Like they're the best team in baseball, but I'm a hate on my rival. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really hating on the Astros. I ain't worried about them. Congratulations with your one fucking trophy. You got 26 more to go, bitch.
I would say y'all got 27 or something like that.
I'm not stressing none of you. Well, Derek gonna have his cute little 4. Oh, that's cute.
Oh, real.
Like, yo, okay.
I'm kind of like a Dallas Cowboy fan right now, but whatever. Go ahead.
He sounds like a Cowboy.
Even Dallas Cowboy fans can't talk
they got
shit because
5.
they don't even have a lot. They got 5.
No,
My 49ers got 5. Whoop-de-damn do for you. Like,
Hey, don't let Cowboys fans tell it. They think they like we won 5. What you doing? Like, whatever.
Yeah, bro, come on. Like, okay, what
Ain't been in the playoffs since.
Since like the 80s or something like that. Since Emmitt Smith.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like they ain't won since 95. They ain't won a championship since 95. So
when the last time they won a playoff? Anyway, we ain't talking about football no more. Go ahead.
Oh, that's true.
Get your baseball up.
What I gotta say about my Yankees is fuck them too. You home hitting motherfuckers can't hit for fucking average. Yeah, fuck Giancarlo Stanton looking like a bitch up there trying to. Oh my god, we could have got
the smoke today.
Yeah, Jake got some negative energy, bro. What the hell?
I'm letting this all out, bro. I'm just letting this all out. Like Aaron Judge is that real dude.
So that's why you were quiet for a good like 20 minutes.
Yeah, man. Like,
they never get ready for that, man.
You can't win 100 games and then lose the way we did. Like we lost to our rival. We lost to the Red Sox in 4 games. In 4 games. The Red Sox ain't good.
Oh yeah, no, in 4. You're right, in 4.
In 4, yeah.
This is best 5, not 4.
Yeah, it's best of 5 in the divisional series. Yeah. We hit too many home runs. And then our rotation, we got a middle school rotation. Give a fuck about my bullpen.
Rotation.
Give a fuck about my bullpen. Come on, starters, motherfucker. Starters.
Damn.
Throw 8 innings. Oh yeah, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get out there. We're gonna let him throw for 4 innings, and we're gonna bring in Josh Robertson. He's gonna go for 5, and then we're gonna bring in Benintendi, and he's gonna go for like two more innings. We'll bring in Aroldis Chapman every fucking game. It don't work, Aaron Boone. It doesn't work.
Yo, that man ready to fire that coach. The passion.
Everything about this season, bro, was just weird.
Hey Jake, tell us how you really feel, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man. Nah, for real. Like, yo, our rotation's not good. It's not good. And you got the Red Sox just peppering hits everywhere, and we don't got a goddamn pitcher that can get out the goddamn inning. Oh my god! Everything about this season was for nothing. We won 100 games.
Dang,
100 games.
That's
100 games. 100 games to get beat like that. Nah, man. Fuck Aaron Boone. Fuck Giancarlo Stanton. Fuck the pitching coach. Fuck Brian Cashman for giving us a boo-boo ass rotation.
You got a hit list.
Raleigh did that Boondocks episode.
I know. I feel like JT's going to show up to Yankee Stadium with a bat outside. Like, which one of y'all fucked up today?
Just seriously, all of it, bro. All of it.
I'm about to knock the knees. I'm about to knock y'all with this.
No, Derek know what I'm talking about. Derek, we squandered the 2 rookies on our team are going to be voted 1 and 2 in Rookie of the Year voting. That's how good our team is. Like for it to be outdone because Luis Severino can't find the plate in the 4th inning. Nah, man. Nah.
He's a young pitcher.
Nah.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton batting like a baby ass bitch.
Jesus.
I don't mean to ruin your rant, Jake, but I just gotta throw this in here. Yo, how did Marcus Cousins get ejected from a game? He didn't even play.
That's icy. That's icy. That sounds like the Marcus Cousins though.
That man got ejected off the bench for arguing with a referee. Why are you talking with a referee?
Hey, you can't be playing.
Exactly.
And he wants to be a member of the team, so he's gonna get them cool. I got ejected for us guys. Okay, he's one of those like, hey, we have the static. I'm gonna go all the way for you, even though you weren't playing. So, yeah, no pride.
Derek, I got a question for you.
Which
one of your fuck ass players gonna win the MVP?
Damn, the way you asked that question.
No, I hate Boston. He know I'm gonna ask it like this.
I think
Mookie should win it. Mookie's an elite athlete. Mookie the best player on y'all team.
I feel like we might. Yeah, we'll probably get the Mookie.
It's Mookie. Okay. Mookie gotta win. Think about that. We get murked by a dude named Mookie.
That name?
Hey, Mookie. I love Mookie. No, I love Mookie Betts though. Mookie Betts is like a 5-tool player.
Yeah,
I swear, JT.
And it's dope. As my dad says, man, there's a lot of black dudes that play for the Red Sox now. I was like, oh my god, why you? No, but seriously, they whole outfield. 2 of the outfielders black. They shortstop black. Rafael Devers is, and they got a bunch of Dominicans. Yeah, bro. Like really, there's not a lot of white dudes on Boston team. It's a culture shock. It's nice to see, given that city's history. Yeah, I'm bringing that in here too, Derek. You ain't getting it.
Oh, they're throwing beers at Green Hunt.
What team is there?
I know it wasn't Green Hunt. It was the other dude.
Boston fans be winning so much shit, but act like assholes. I'd be like, yo.
But y'all want to talk about Philadelphia fans?
No, y'all just grumpy because y'all ain't got shit. Like that. Like
at least y'all can't say
that. No, y'all can't say that now, Derek. Hey, no, Jerron, y'all can't be grumpy now. Y'all just can't. Y'all can't be grumpy now. You got a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's the number one thing y'all grumpy about. Y'all a Super Bowl.
Exactly. Atlanta fans, they be fans 1 minute and the next minute they lose, they're gone.
Run up on Arthur Blank. Like for real. If we just
have you been to Philadelphia? They're always gonna be grumpy. What are you talking about?
No, but be grumpy, but be grateful. Like y'all were grumpy and ungrateful.
Right.
I mean, they weren't winning nothing, so hey.
But now y'all won something.
You had Donovan McNabb get y'all places. You had Andy Reid.
Yeah, you see what he did to him anyway.
That's true. Y'all ran him out of town.
Yeah, basically, it's like, yeah, get your ass out of here.
Yeah, but that's how Yankee fans feel, right? Since the last time we won the World Series was 2009.
That's right.
Since then, the Kansas City fucking Royals have won a World Series.
Oh my god.
Yo, when did Phillies win that World Series? Like 07? I don't want to hear it.
08. I think 08. Yeah. So y'all won something. Yeah.
We beat y'all in the World Series that following year. Yeah. So honestly,
right.
I think the Red Sox gonna win this World Series. Unfortunately, that's a stain on baseball.
I swear, JT gonna be outside that Yankee Stadium, standing out there with that baseball bat, ready to do some home runs on some people's kneecaps.
See, Derek gonna know. Derek just gonna get an emoji, a text from me when these off-season moves we gonna do.
Dang.
And then we'll see. We'll reconvene next April. So we'll tap that ass soon.
Because if y'all are winning 100 games this year, that should be like a playoff.
Derek already know they're gonna miss the playoffs next year.
What? Okay.
Look, I've been saying some
Derek's like time out.
I've been saying some really foul shit, and I've just been wanting Derek to react. Derek's been calm. He's like, wait, okay,
Derek's like,
okay, Buster, okay, buddy. He's
like, wait a minute.
They ain't gonna miss the playoffs. They ain't gonna miss the playoffs.
Thing for too long. We need to. I think we're gonna wrap up our sports section, unless anybody has anything else to say.
No, I'm good.
Or hockey.
No.
Why do you ask that question? Okay, just no. College football, no. We'll do that. We'll do a college football episode some other time, but we'll wait for that.
I want to wait for that. Quickly.
Yes.
What in it? Or how many gourmet cells does Zion Spartan have?
Oh, Zion Williamson?
Zion Williamson, yeah. I call him Zion Spartan.
The boy from Duke?
Bruh. Why this man 280 moving like he 20? Like
he's a Tory Cole character.
Like he's
that man, bruh.
He's a freak of nature. He's a freak of nature.
Yo, if Atlanta lucks up and drafts that guy with Trae Young.
No, but see this is the thing, Jerron. I gotta see him play. Like I gotta see him play within the context of like Duke's system and like see his offensive game other than him dunking on everybody.
Yo, I know like the preseason tournaments, whatever, but that man was hitting shots, bro.
No, he can play. I just need to see the overall package for him to be the number one pick in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like he still needs to play.
Yeah, it's true.
In my opinion, right? But he is a free. He is 20 pounds too heavy to be playing his position and have a 40-inch vertical.
Yep.
Dron, I'm kind of afraid if he does lose weight, we
Oof.
go the 50-inch territory, and that's scary because no human being should jump that high.
Don't say it. They get that man down to like 260, 250. Bro.
Oh yeah, he get down. Well, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to because he can eat himself out the league. Don't be Eddie Curry, okay?
I'm about to say Anthony Bennett, but
oh, Anthony Bennett had no work ethic and he ate too much. Okay, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, like if he lose 20 pounds and stay around 260, yeah, my God, no, because he reminds me of. He will play the 3. He'll be a small 4, and he'll be able to play some 3 because of his athleticism.
Yep.
But he reminds me of purely a elbow. He'll be a wing defender and a wing scorer. I don't know if he'll necessarily be able to shoot 3s. He probably add that, but he's gonna be a bully down low. Like his ceiling to me is he's a walking double-double. Yeah, like he
because that man doesn't just grab the rebound. That man snatches that mug out like like he snatches rebound. That man's an angry rebound getter.
He's a supreme athlete whose body is already developed into a grown man's at like 18.
Dang. Wow.
Like he's about 6'7", about 280, John. Like, and if he was to ever lose weight, like he gets down.
Where's March Madness this year?
Yeah, like it's gonna be crazy. Like I'm going to specifically watch Duke just to see them play because this
like, is any of the March Madness tournaments coming to Atlanta this year? Because
yeah, this is supposed to be the most talented team.
I think so.
Because if it is, I need to go watch the Duke game.
This is the most talented team that Coach K's probably had there. So.
Wow.
Yeah. So
they're championship bound. It seems like.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're the favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
We even talk about RJ Barrett.
Yeah.
on team too.
Yeah.
Dang.
So we gonna get into music now? Like
Yep.
All right. So what y'all listening to? Because
I heard my cousin's mixtape.
John, please stop.
Why?
Let me stop.
Good substance.
Rhapsody put a new track out today with J. Cole, and it's fire.
Did you hear that Wild freestyle with J Rock and Kendrick?
The video?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the video.
Well, I
heard check it out.
already. The song.
We've been heard the song, but I didn't know they had a video out.
Yeah, the video came out today.
The video is pretty nice. The song's a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay. What albums we listening to though, guys? Like, what have we been listening to?
Gunna and Little Baby. I would say for me.
Right.
And Juice WRLD and Future.
Okay.
Joel Ortiz just put a new album out today. I haven't listened to it yet, but I'm going to. So just let everybody know. Oh, and November 9th, Jam of the Squad 2 comes out, and it's gonna be lit. Have you seen their track list?
Nope.
Yeah. What the one that's produced by Knife Wonder?
Yeah, and their whole Jamla production team.
Yeah, right. It looks fire. Yeah,
they got.
I can't wait for it.
They got Busta Rhymes, JID, Black Thought, Pharoah Monch. They got so many features on that mug. Gonna be stupid. And the rap group, Actual Proof. Well, I say group. The rap duo, Actual Proof, is coming back because they ain't released a track since 2014. They're one of my favorite rap duos, so they coming back on the Jam of the Squad 2 album. So I'm waiting for November 9th.
That is something I'm looking forward to. But like Carter 5, was that hitting for y'all right quick? Just
definitely.
I haven't listened to it.
Yes.
I've listened to it. Was it a hit? No. Was it nice to hear Lil Wayne like coherent on some songs and making music I hadn't heard before and actually getting a lot of love and praise from the community? Yes, it was very nice.
Yep.
Because, it's almost like a happy ending for the rapper that fell off, because we can admit from what Drake used to be, which was what Drake level popularity, probably a little less than Drake,
but the concentration of hip hop community that love Wayne is probably greater than Drake. So it's probably overall even. The fact that we get to hear him not have to deal with legal battles, you know what I mean? Like he gets to come out with an album, come out with music, come out with all those features. It shouldn't give the album points, but it obviously does for the listening experience. But the message of the album, the whole aesthetic, you know what I mean? A lot of the skits and the interludes with him and his mother, it reminded me of how artistic Wayne could be and how thoughtful he could be. And I'm not gonna say this is the album that I'm gonna hold a candle. I'm gonna hold next to Drogas Wave. No, I can't say that. But I am happy that the album came out. I'm happy with the album, and the music is a bonus. Well, y'all
I enjoyed it. I mean, I definitely like that Kendrick and Wayne track for sure. I mean, that to me is a banger. And yeah, I enjoyed that piece for sure. And some of the songs on there too, I enjoyed. I mean, I did like I do agree with Derek. The interlude was interesting. How like there was moments she would talk about Wayne's childhood and all that stuff and whatnot when Wayne was growing up. So I thought that was an interesting take or something different than what he's done on his other albums. But I was glad it was refreshing to like kind of hear him finally push this out. I've listened to mixtapes in between, Carter 4 and Carter 5, and they're not really that great. But this to me topped those projects for sure. And I think, you know, Derek put it in a great way by saying this was like the final, final ending or final conclusion for Wayne himself to finally just end it there. At least for now, just end it there where it's at. Is great, and I think I enjoyed it, and I mean I still feel like it has some replay value, even though it's been out for about a couple months. But you know, um, I enjoyed it, but that's just me. That's my 2 cents.
To it, right?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm glad my boy sounds like he's sober again because those mixtapes, boy, I'm like, bro, Wayne, what are you doing? But yeah, he sounds sober, coherent.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good project. I really don't listen to it anymore, but I do listen to Dedicate. That's the only song I listen to on it. But yeah, I just at least Lil Wayne, because for a while I was like, yo, what happened to the Lil Wayne we used to know? Like, did he literally just lose it? Like, is it just over?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's not over. He still got some life left. He can. I'm pretty sure Carter 6 would be better than Carter 5 because the Carter 5, some of those tracks do sound like you made them way back when.
Right.
So,
It was a mixture. It was a mixed bag.
So yeah, so we'll see when Carter if he makes the Carter 6. I'm pretty sure he will. But it was a good listen.
Overall, the album was okay. I love certain tracks. I like a little bit. I don't like most of it. Like I give it a 7 out of 10, right? It's old. It's a lot of it's about 13 tracks on there that are about like 2014 and now. Like 2014, 2015 production, song structure, and all that, like down, right?
Yeah.
It hear Wayne sober though. It's nice to hear him coherent, and he was spitting. Like that's the thing I was taking the most. I was like, this sounds good. Like the bars sound good. Like he sounds good. So that just what this album ultimately does for my excitement is my excitement for his next project. When he can get in the studio with 2018 producers and write an album to the Sonics of 2018 and above. Like I think that's what I'm excited for. I'm excited for him to get this whole Cash Money thing out the way. And for him to do whatever the hell he wants to do for the rest of his career. He's a legend regardless, It was just nice to see Wayne kind of win when he's been taking so many L's, if you really think about it, over the last few years with his health and then the music not really hitting. Yeah, it was nice to see him win. He got one of the most popular songs of the year on that album. That's that dumb stupid beat with Swiss Beats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. That just bruh makes you want to do his shoulders. Like, his shoulders involved. But yeah, like he has some bangers on there, but it's a cool project. It wasn't nothing to like really like I wasn't even expecting it that way. I think he met my expectations. Yeah, that's
me too. Because I had set the bar kind of low too. Because I'm like, oh, I don't know if this is gonna be like another bad Wayne album or I mean mixtape, whatever it is. Because his mixtapes had set the bar low for me. Because I'm like, this isn't so great. Like what are the producers even doing? Are they even trying to help him out or whatever? But
I mean, Dedication 6 wasn't that bad though.
I don't know. I had mixed. I don't know. Like you thought D6 was good, Jerron? I had mixed feelings about that.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't say
it wasn't bad.
I'll give it a 6. Like if I was to give Carter 5, like a 7, 7.5.
Okay. What about No Ceilings 2?
I didn't listen to it, so
okay. No. That one to me was pretty bad.
It's
pretty
bad. Yeah,
No Ceilings 2 was pretty bad. Like, it was auto-tuned the entire time.
Yeah, like there was a stretch, there was a 3-4 year stretch in Wayne's career where he was not making good music. And it's just at the album where everybody can agree. This is decent. This is good.
Yeah, it was a good comeback, I would say. It was definitely a good comeback.
Yes. I'm excited to see what he does next.
Me too.
What other albums are there?
T.I.'s new album, Diving Trap.
I didn't listen to that.
He got one of the songs of the year on the album.
Is it
It's one with Yo Gotti.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yep. Yeah. I heard that song. I've heard that song. I saw the video.
That is some heat.
Let me get the name of it. Let me see. Oh, Rafe.
Yeah.
Yep. I've heard that one. Woo! I haven't listened to the whole album.
My favorite song on the album is What Can I Say though.
Well, overall, how would you rate it though?
Oh, the album is
yeah,
but he got like 1 or 2 tracks that go.
Yeah, he got 1 or 2 tracks. Okay. I got like 3 tracks that I'll listen to, but after that, the rest of the album, like,
that seems to be the trend with T.I. He have a few tracks that are good, and then the rest just be, I mean,
a lot of his albums been like that, though. Honestly,
that's true.
Hey, Derek, did you listen to it? Oh no!
Oh, he's gone to sleep. Derek,
we gotta start shortening these
wrapping them up earlier. Oh man,
he strikes
Derek.
Oh man,
that man is out cold. That man is out. He probably
like icon's coming up though, so he's making some type of noise somewhere.
He's probably snoring.
Yeah. Wraith is fire. Wraith is fire.
Wraith is fire. I did enjoy Wraith.
I listened to this Juice WRLD Weekend album. People said the production's stupid on it.
Oh man, whew. There's a couple songs on there that I enjoyed. I think they did a video recently.
Yeah, I want to listen to that album soon.
Bro, you should, man. There's definitely a couple of songs that I enjoyed, or a few songs in there that I enjoyed. I think Juice WRLD. I'm gonna give props to Juice WRLD.
I like him, bro. I like his music.
I do too. I think it's good for him and Future to do a collab.
He's a guilty pleasure. Like he really is. Let me see what albums there are. I got
Lil Baby and Gunna. What did you think of that?
Oh no, well, John, I love Gunna. Lil Baby is okay. Gunna might be my favorite rapper of 2018.
Yeah, he's been bringing it.
Man.
With Drip, I heard Drip season 4.
Like, yo, he is like. I liked his stuff. I got on Gunna last year when he came out with Drip season 2, right?
Okay, wow. So you've been riding the wave since 2. I got on him with 4 when he came out with 4.
No, like I Drip Season 2 because it had one of my favorite songs, Belly of the Beast. Go. I want all y'all to listen to that song, Gunna Belly of the Beast, and just listen to the beat and how he rides the beat. Is fire.
Because he's got great beats. Like the production on his shit is great.
Yeah, Drip Season 3 is a top 10 tape this year. It's a top 10 tape that he put out this year. Yeah, he the future of Atlanta hip hop. Like he got next.
He definitely does. He definitely does.
Isn't Jid the future?
No. Jid's the future of hip hop. All of it. All of it. Like,
I mean, he's from Atlanta though.
No, he's from Atlanta. No. Like Jid is like gonna be legendary. Like there's a difference. Like Gunna cool. Like
Gunna is cool. I kind of like it. Okay, I will say this. I know. I don't know if y'all into Dirk and all that stuff, but when him and Dirk collab, I like that. But that's just me.
You mean Lil Durk?
Yeah, Lil Durk. Yeah, when him and Gunna collab on a track, I think it goes well. I mean, but that's me.
I don't listen to a lot of Dirk.
I would say check out Dirk. Well, to me, I've listened to some of Dirk's older stuff, like Signed to the Streets series, because he's about to come with another project, Signed to the Streets 3, next week, I think, or 2 weeks from now. But I've listened to his older stuff, I listened to his new stuff. I like Dirk. I like Dirk, but that's because I like turn up and trap music and Chirac, and also because I listen to Dirk, Lil Reese, some of the people from Chirac, and I definitely enjoy that T Grizzly Dirk mixtape. So when it comes to like the Chicago artists, that's who I really mess with.
See, like I fell off those dudes.
I get it, because 2013 they were lit. They were banging. Like with Chief Keef and all them. Yeah,
I fell off with them. Like I probably need to go back and listen to their stuff, but like I've just fallen off. But like,
because Dirk's been coming out with several projects, like back to back.
Come out with like official releases, like actual albums, or these.
Yeah. I think for Dirk, I think he has a couple album releases. Like he did a collab with T Grizzly.
No, I know that. Like I thought that was a mixtape.
That's a mixtape. And then I know Dirk's official album, one of his official albums is Two Times, which came out like a couple years ago. I'm trying to think what else came out this year. I know it was like Dirkio World or something like that was earlier this year. And I'm trying to think of another thing, because he's just been coming out with multiple projects. And then I don't know if him and Gunna are going to do like a whole album, but they've been working together a lot lately. So that would be good if they could do like a collab album, because I think they both work well.
Are you gonna listen to the Mai Tai album, guys?
Ooh, I need to check that out. Yeah, I
Jeremiah and Ty Dolla $ign. Yeah, like I'm gonna listen to that because I'm a sucker for like that type of R&B that they both do. Like I think Ty Dolla $ign's a great song creator, music creator, and I think he has a good pen game, and I like his voice. So they already sold me with Ty Dolla $ign. I like his music, and then Jeremiah and just how different their voices are, and then you have Hitmaker and Young Berg doing a production. And A1, I'm like, okay, you got my attention. And they came out with 2 singles this year. Like one of them's one of my favorite songs of the year. It's gonna probably be my top 20 songs of the year. So I'm excited for that album. I'm gonna listen to that. Not gonna listen to that Tory Lanez album.
No, trash.
NAO came out.
NAO, and
yeah.
Whose album is that?
NAO, you don't know her? She's RNVP. Go listen to her stuff. Go listen to her stuff.
Will do.
NAO. That's it. Yeah. Mick Jenkins dropped tonight.
Who's dropping?
Mick Jenkins dropped tonight, so I gotta listen to his album. Other than that, I haven't been listening to a lot of music. There hasn't been a lot coming out.
Need to listen to this. this album called Marlowe. It's by La Orange and this new rapper named Solemn Brigham. They didn't hip hop did a review on it, but
Nope.
it's what I say. It's a dope album. It kind of has Mad Villains vibes.
Okay. What's the name of it?
Marlowe, Marlwe.
Okay.
It's a fire album. What else did I listen to? I
I
listened to that
think I listened to that
Davies.
Styles P. That's Styles
Yeah,
P.
listen to that Styles P Davies album. It's your basic New York rap. I mean,
Did Styles P hold his own?
yeah.
Okay,
Of course.
all right. That's all I want to know. Because
What's
I'm
that?
probably not gonna listen to it because I don't like Davies. So
You don't like Davies?
New York bar rap.
it's boring.
I can't say it's good because I really don't care for it. Like I don't know. Maybe I'll pass that point in my life, but the drug money.
The gangs and all that
See,
stuff.
Gerard, I say that, and then if Ghostface was to come out with the album, I'll be like, no, sign me up for all the cocaine. It's kind of like
it's
but see, it's like Pusha T. Like I'll be over it until Pusha T come out with another album. I'll be like, please, every line has to have a reference to Lady Gaga. Please.
No, I feel there's a difference between like Ghostface and Pusha, and then like Styles P and Davies stuff.
Okay,
like,
Styles P raps about the hardships of
I feel like
drugs.
With
and
Pusha
like,
T,
it's glamorous, but like the hard work of it. Pusha T and Scarface really rap about like the lifestyle drugs gives you.
Don't like those that Pusha T and Pusha T give you like a story with it. Like it's not even. I don't know. It's just different. To me, it's just different.
Yeah, I'm still all here for the cocaine raps. I'm sorry. I'm
so
boring. I need that in my life.
Since we haven't talked about it yet, this Logic album. What we gotta say about it?
It's enough to put Derek to sleep.
Oh my God, John. That wasn't a Young Sinatra album, and he lied. I don't know what else to say. That shit was poppy as shit. Like that shit,
it really was.
There was nothing about that said Young Sinatra. Like
I have to listen to it.
You know the one I want to go.
The Wu-Tang Forever song was all right. The best song on the album was Iconic.
It's just not. It's boring.
Young Sinatra 4 is cool.
It's boring.
Oh man.
Is cool. After that, you missed me.
So this is probably the worst one out of the series.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily.
Oh, easily.
That's the series. Yeah, this is the worst one, bro.
Yeah, his fans that he flew out there to listen to it, they just did it because they wanted to go to LA. I feel you. Like you don't gotta. Nah.
Man, oh man, that's a disappointment because I like Logic.
That shit wasn't his best album he's ever came out with. Hell no.
No.
Not even close.
Under Pressure is so much better than that.
Bro. What do you think happened? Was it the fact that he was going through a divorce? What was it?
I think Logic has just gotten comfortable, dog.
Yeah, bro.
He doesn't have that.
He's not
that hunger.
You're not hungry anymore.
Yeah, he's not hungry anymore. He hasn't transitioned.
He's got huge bags now at this point. So
yeah, bro. Like homie makes a
honestly, I feel like he ran out of stuff to talk about.
Dang. Whew, like are you saying like his vault's cleared out in terms of like what to write about,
like
creativity,
like
he's boring.
Yeah, he try to be
I mean, at least he ain't like Lil Pump where you like saying the same shit over and over in the hook. Dang. Mm-mm-mm.
Like I literally think he ran out of stuff to talk about.
I mean, can he rap about some anime shit? Doesn't he like Star Wars and all that stuff?
But John, you just can't force.
Yeah, he can't. Like he didn't rap about that during his come up. So like,
yeah, I wouldn't expect him
start now. And they're like novelists. Like novelists are always like, no matter what he does, he always be able to go back to that because that's where he started with.
Okay, so you think he should hit the reset button, take some time off, hit the reset button, and then go back?
Yeah, Logic one of them dudes
and not do anything. He needs to disappear.
Yeah, Logic one of them dudes that could take a year off. Like
okay, and then he just come back, like stay quiet for a
Yeah, I
year,
think
then come back.
he released a project every year for like 6 years. Like, please stop.
Oh wow, every
Like, no, like
year.
on rhythm, and sometimes it's 2 projects a year. He's done
Right,
Like,
two.
he
right.
He's
literally
done
did.
two.
He
Because
did.
it'd be like Bobby Tarantino and then an album,
Yeah,
right? That's what I've
exactly.
been noticing. Yeah,
Because he did the mix. He did a mixtape every year. Then he
right.
got
And
to
then,
Under Pressure, and then after Under Pressure, he did the next year. He did
My in true incredible story.
and then right after that, he did Bobby Tarantino. Then right after that, he did Everybody, and then right after that, he did Bobby Tarantino too. And then right after
right.
that, he did Young Sinatra 4. So like, yeah, he just need to sit down.
And
Go
just chill and just do nothing with rap. Just enjoy
Yeah,
Yeah,
life.
like he needs to go
Whatever.
away.
I agree.
Go away. Out of sight, out of mind.
go away, fix your life. 'Cause I know you're going through the whole divorce thing now, so something.
Exactly, exactly. Because I don't want that to affect his state of mind when he's trying to come with rap
So he needs
lyrics and all that stuff.
to chill, find out what he needs to do,
Right. Exactly.
to,
Go drive. Go live life and all that stuff. I
and then
mean, he's
come
got
back when
like
you got something to talk about.
Pretty much. Like
exactly
I don't want to hear from him.
Because I understand the whole peace love
positivity thing. Yeah.
after 4 different projects of it. Like, talk about something else.
Yeah. Why? I mean, well, I don't want to get political, but I mean, you could talk about the shit that's going on right now if you wanted to, but I don't know. I don't know
I
where
don't
he's
know if he
at
really wants to get
politically.
that though.
That's true.
Yeah, John, there's a difference between an artist really having something to say and then you repeating the same mantra over and over and over again.
Exactly.
That's what Logic
Right.
is. Logic really ain't saying nothing interesting about the times we're in. He's
No,
just
he
on the
just
surface level.
yeah, exactly.
Like he
Wow.
ain't saying his observations are not like very profound at all.
If I were him, I'd just go to stay in the country for a whole year, then come
Dog,
back.
I've been trying to tell you that he needs to shut up
Go
and
to,
work on Ultra 85. This is his last album. So
go to Japan for a whole year.
Last album. He lying.
So wait,
I did like how he
Log,
trolled everybody in the beginning though. I will say that was smooth.
what Logic did?
Yeah. Because at the end of them, everybody he was like, "Yo, I'm booing up the last one," and then the beginning of this one, then he starts all over like, "I'm booing up the last one." It's like, "What do you mean? Logic got a whole bunch of albums." He's like, "No, I'm in the last Young Sinatra." So I like how he trolled everybody with that. Cause everybody was like, "Oh, is his last project? Is this album gonna be his last one?" Yeah, that man like, but hey, I dig it.
I mean, got to hype up the crowd. Got to get all that clout,
I mean, I dig it because I like how he makes each album relevant to each other. So that's cool.
If I was him, I'd go to Japan for a whole year, live there for a whole year, and then
I
come
mean, he
back.
went for a couple months last year. So.
Nah, stay out there for a whole year. Just like go to different places in Japan. You don't have to. It don't
Can
have
you
to be
even do
Tokyo.
that without like?
Oh,
I'm
that's
pretty
right.
sure
A
they kick.
visa.
Yeah, they probably kick him out by.
Well then do a tour. Like not do a tour, but like go to Japan, then 1 month go to Korea, then another month go to like somewhere else, Germany. I don't know. Just travel the world. Like
That man need to move back to Maryland real quick. Go back to his stomping ground, get some motivation,
eh,
and once
well,
they, and then come back with the hard hitting raps like he used to.
that's true. That's right.
I
Yeah,
mean, I agree with everything y'all say. Like, is there any other album?
not
Do I
that
have
I
another
could think
one?
of. I mean, I'm looking to forward to Sign to the Streets 3. That's about it.
I haven't listened to the Apollo Brown Joel Ortiz album yet, so I can't really talk about it.
Right. I know that
Um,
just dropped.
that just dropped today, so
Yeah, I think this was actually like a slow week as far as music's concerned. Like this week.
Mm-hmm.
they were even talking about the Pusha T Drake stuff though.
Oh yeah, that's the last one.
Oh,
This is the last one.
right.
Yeah. Hey Drake, stop making up your own rules and rap. Stop being soft. Well, I don't think you're soft. If you ever listen to this, I don't think you're soft. Um, I think people put that label on you, but you sure as hell look soft now. Um, you didn't study rap beef because if you study rap beef, a diss track is short for disrespectful. So you're supposed to be disrespectful. because you're trying to hurt that person as much as possible.
Like how he watched battle raps, then battle raps they said way more disrespectful stuff than what Pusha T said.
Like I'm not going to give you any sympathy because you got your teeth kicked in the diss record.
I can't really hear you, Jake.
Oh, you can't. Okay. What about now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, like I'm not going to feel bad for you because you got the short end of the stick for a beef. Pusha T one disrespectful. Pusha T basically said, I'm going to ride and I'm willing to live with the consequences. And that's how you're supposed to take beef. So, I at this point, I just would rather him shut up and stop talking about it.
I mean, we had already got over it, and then he just had to bring it back up.
That's one thing I was surprised that he brought it back up. Although, what I will say,
He tried to flip the narrative, but it didn't work because Pusha T came back with the facts and the recordings, and it was just like, ouch, he lost again, Drake.
even though Kanye probably leaked that shit out, let me stop. But my thing is this. I mean, I get that it's the rap game and all that stuff. I wouldn't come after family personally, but hey, if that's how the disc game works, then fine. It is what it is. My thing is this. My thing is I think he should have just dropped it in that whole barbershop thing that he had with LeBron. I think he should have just dropped it and not brought it up. Just look past it. I get it. You're used to taking W's, not L's. It's hard to swallow that, but it is what it is at this point. So even though I'm all pro 6 God and all that stuff, I think he should just let it go. Go ahead.
Yeah, Drake tried to flip the narrative, make himself look like, I don't know, the good guy in the situation. But it didn't work because put his team more calculated than that. He's not Joe Budden. He's not Meek Mill.
Right.
Put his team more calculated than that. Like he's the president of good music. You gotta come a little bit more smart than that. Like I said, the problem is when Pusha T went at Joe Budden podcast and literally answered every question they had and came back with a tape recording of people literally asking people that knew him for dirty secrets and they didn't want to give it up, like and then bringing it back to the tweets he put where that man was like $100,000 ain't gonna get you no information, and to see that he wasn't lying, that was all a true statement. Like it, like at that point Drake just got like bro, you just took that L, bro. Like because now it has a point where we know Pusha not lying now. Like everything he said is just it is what it is. So it doesn't make Drake look good at all. And he needs to like this. Yeah, like I said, it's not Meek Mill, it's not Joe Budden. He's more calculated than that. That man Pusha been waiting for the smoke. He was ready. But I'm not surprised because for the last 2-3 years they've been doing these sneak discs, and I was like, Drake don't want no problems because if Drake ever go after Pusha T, he's gonna get bodied, and he went after Pusha T and he got bodied. Like it's not surprising. This is what I expected.
Yeah, pick and choose your battles wisely.
Yeah.
I personally think that
Holy crap, that's scary.
I was like, wait, Derek is back.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I personally think that of all the times Drake has gotten away with just getting into beefs with certain artists, you know what I mean? People that I don't even want to say I don't think he shouldn't have won that Meek Mill beef, or he shouldn't have won the Joe Budden beef. But it's like everything he's gotten away with, he's finally getting nailed for it. You know what I mean? Not everything, but it's not like he's getting nailed for this stuff.
It's like it caught up with him.
Yeah, it finally caught up with him. I don't know. I just think like y'all have been saying, like he needs to stop talking about it. Like you know what I mean? Like he just needs to let it like be dead and let it just kind of moonwalk away from the situation. Just make a couple, summer bangers, you know what I mean, whatever. So we just forget that's this ever happened because the more he talks about it, the more egg he gets on his face, and it's getting kind of embarrassing now because like Pusha T literally has all the receipts. You know what I mean? He has all the actual factuals, and it's just like Drake, come on, man. Like we're trying to forget. We're trying to let you be cool again.
We had already forgot. He even with that whole thing, he still had the summer hits. Like it was still Drake's summer.
Scorpio. Yeah.
Like no matter how bad people thought the album was, whatever, he still had the summer hits. He had one summer.
Yeah, In My Feelings.
Everybody was like, "Oh yeah, he lost that beef," but we kind of pushed it aside. He just had to bring it back up, and Pusha T came back, show with the facts. So now you took 2 L's. You only took 1 L, but then you went against the same person again and took another L in a whole different arena. This time wasn't even raps. It was interviews. Now you take an L in an interview disc too.
Yeah. Oh my god! Shout out to LeBron for not going to like Drake and being like, I can't let you go out like this. I know it's to be great, entertaining stuff for my new show, but Drake, you sounded extra soft by saying this stuff, so I'm not gonna. And no, LeBron was like, "No, you didn't disappoint me."
Man said you can never disappoint me. Like,
yeah, some real stuff. So yeah,
that man that's a safety net for him.
That man Rory on the Joe Budden podcast. That man was flaming LeBron. He's like, I'm pretty sure he loves rap, but a hip hop historian though, you're not a hip hop historian.
Oh, it was Maul, right?
It was Maul. Yeah, my bad. It was Maul. That man Maul. He been 2 podcasts. He was like a hip hop historian. That man's triggered. That man.
Yeah, why is he so triggered by somebody calling themselves a historian, bro?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
I'm
that.
pretty sure LeBron loves rap. He knows what he's talking about, but a hip hop historian, that man was going in.
Got so bad. I don't know.
What else I have to say about this? Yo, when you tell somebody that somebody's gonna punch you in the fucking face for saying something bad about my friend, and that dude said the bad thing about your friend, and you don't punch him in the fucking face, like it holds so little weight. Like that was one thing. Like, you all heard that part of the press conference from Drake?
Yeah,
right?
Somebody needs to hit you.
Like somebody needs to.
He said somebody need to go and punch you in the face. Not him.
I was like, when Drake said that, it should be you, motherfucker. You.
Right.
That's that Kobe. You know that meme of Kobe shaking his head and saying soft?
Yes.
Soft.
But this is the thing, bro. But like, okay, so this is the thing with me is I think it's Drake's ego. And I think it's Drake's pride that's hurt, right? Because I think Pusha T hit a button for him.
He sure did.
Button. Not only with the 40 stuff, but with the dad stuff.
Yep. I would say that family stuff struck a chord.
Insecurity that Drake was insecure about. Like that's what it was good. That's why it was such a good diss. Not only did it like we question Drake like even having a child to begin with, it's more personal because basically Pusha T called you a deadbeat motherfucker that's not ready for kids.
He's saying history is repeating itself.
Yeah, bro. And that
basically
like it that was the type of diss that will hurt if you
because it's true.
Like
there's a layer of truth in it.
That's how Drake has been acting the entire time. Like it's true. Right? It's not only that it's an effective diss, because it probably ruined that Adidas rollout. Right?
Oh, it definitely did.
So it ruined money. It ruined a deal for him. But then not only does it ruin a deal for him, it fucks up the bag, it cuts him mentally. So that's why he can't let it go. And he needs to find a scapegoat. So Kanye is the easy target. Now, from what Pusha T has said, is that Kanye is apologizing for no reason, which makes him look hella suspect. Because why are you apologizing when you're not the one who leaked?
That really hurt Drake. When Pusha T said that really hurt Drake because Drake been going after Kanye, and it's like Kanye didn't do anything, and it was like, oh snap.
Yeah, basically that's why Pusha T won this whole thing because that whole interview was not for Pusha T to be messy. It was for Pusha T to take the narrative back. Because honestly, a lot of people, the majority, were willing to give Drake a pass to pseudo diss Pusha T when he's really dissing Kanye. They really were going to give him the pass because you're not going to just go out of here and diss Kanye and I have no words for Pusha T. I'm not built that way. Now, it seems like the majority of hip hop was really willing to give him a pass.
I wasn't. Not at all. Like, why are you going to talk about Pusha, though?
Because the whole narrative, the whole talking points was about Kanye. And it looks like Kanye didn't do anything. So I want to know what Kanye's apologizing for. That's one.
I mean, Kanye's all types of confused right now.
I think Kanye is apologizing.
He's accepting the he shouldn't be accepting and apologizing situations where he has. Look, Kanye's so confused, bro. I could probably convince Kanye he owes me $3 million right now. Like, let me get in the room with Kanye West for 15 minutes. If I don't walk out a millionaire, I failed. Simple.
It could be Kanye just apologized because he didn't need that situation on him.
Right, to spew over.
Like, it's like, okay, I'll apologize, get out of my way because I got this Donald Trump thing.
Yeah, he want
work out.
Exactly.
Signing
trying to calm things down.
I apologize for signing like the dude that's lyrically ethering you. You know what I mean? I can't put this mad dog on a leash. So the best thing I could do is give you a public apology. Nah.
Yeah, but he kind of like attributed, like he kind of like weighed in on that. Like it's kind of like he's not for the play as he says. He doesn't like in real life smile in your face, but then on the diss track like dish you, right? It's either this way or the other way. And that's how Kanye and Drake have had their relationship, where there's always been tension and they've said some really wild things to each other behind the scenes, but in front of cameras are cool. So like Pusha T is like, I don't play that.
I don't subscribe to that. They do, but I don't.
I don't do that. So like when you start disrespecting people, and you know this is the thing I need people to understand. When Drake defenders are like, man, he just mentioned his fiance's name. This is what I want to ask these motherfuckers. I'm gonna ask you this question. Say there's a homie or some dude that you don't like, and in an argument, he brings up your girl. You don't know the context. You just know he brought her up. And you don't like him. Are you going to let that slide?
Nope.
Okay. That is, like, it's kind of simple as that. Like, he don't like you, Drake. Like, he don't. He don't. And apparently, from what he has said, he was going to go that hard, regardless if he said his wife's name or not, or his fiance's name. But him saying that, nah. No. Okay, I'm really gonna relish this now, right? I think the whole thing was stupid. I think Drake got bullied. It doesn't.
Yeah, he got baited and he fell for it.
He got bullied and doesn't know how to react. Like he legit got the bully, the dude who's used to being the bully, got bullied and is crying.
Because that man Pusha baited him so hard.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Drake took this L. It's his own fault. Because if he just never responds to infrared, then none of this happens. But if he would have just left it alone, then it would have been fun.
Also, it just proves my point right about Scorpion. I don't want to hear like he had 40% of Scorpion done when he released Duppy Freestyle. So when he heard the life of Adonis, right? Only like 50% of the album was done. So he really wrote in a really bad space.
Yeah, I was saying I fucked him up on Scorpion.
Album in a bad space, and he thinks that's cool. I would tell him, look, man, I'm all for artists getting their shit off on their albums, but dog, that came off as passive aggressive and corny. Most of those tracks did. That album gets worse and worse by the day. I keep trying to say that album's bad.
The Scorpion album?
Yes, it's bad.
I was gonna say there's some songs in there that I fuck with. You know, there's some
5-track album. It's terrible. I don't care.
The album itself is terrible. Now that we got, especially now that we got the context behind it.
I'm just saying, like from track 1 through 25, it's bad.
Because literally,
so you're saying all the songs are bad? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, out.
The overall.
When you have an album for one track 1 through 25, wasn't an enjoyable listen? No. Were there certain songs on the album that are good? Yes. But the overall listening experience of one listen through of the entire album, track 1 through 25, no skips, is not pleasant. It's an hour and 45 minutes of really bad sequencing and passive aggressive bars and some bops. That's it. That's it. I could go listen to Views for that. That's it. It's not good. And now that I know you wrote that in a bad mental space because you got embarrassed in front of everybody. No, man, it just makes the lines cornier. And then when you crying about that dude talking about your friend, talking about 40, and you saying that's a line he crossed. I was like, it just everything rings hollow. I don't believe anything on Scorpion. I believe it was just a bunch of bravado that is not backed up by anything because his actions don't match his words at all. That's it. He just looks soft. I mean, it's kind of as simple as that. Like, Drake is gonna have a problem on his hand where if he ever gets into any more battles, people are gonna feel as though they can push him around. So,
well, hopefully this is a lesson to be learned. That's all I can say about this. I mean, hopefully it's a lesson to be learned.
Even for him, like I could have been in his camp and easily told him, like, I hope you know, fam, like, if you really want to respond,
like, don't respond. Yeah,
like, don't. Like, there's not like Pusha T could have let Infrared ride out, and it would have been a great ending to that album, right? It was some good shots, and Drake, we would have all been okay if Drake never responded to him.
Because you really didn't need to, but then
you need to.
But Pusha T, though I said Pusha T baited that man because Pusha T knew if I release this, he's gonna respond because his ego and his fan base got him so bigged up that he go like, oh, I can take Pusha. The problem with Drake was when Drake went after Joe Budden, it was like, I'm on top. You're going to retirement soon. All you want to do is bar me up, but it ain't about that no more. So he can win the Joe Budden.
Right, and Meek Mill.
When Meek Mill came, I don't know what Meek was doing. I don't think it sounded like Meek Mill didn't take the diss seriously because he didn't even come back with a diss song. I don't know what
he
that.
didn't.
I don't know what he came out with, but it wasn't a diss song. So Drake automatically won that.
He was drugged up and jealous. He's already said that.
Okay, then yeah. So there you go.
Like really good friends, and that was a beef between friends, like legit friends, like dudes who like talk to each other on a constant basis. Like that wasn't just rappers that know each other; they were actually like really, really good friends.
Friends, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so there you go. So at that point, Drake was like, "Yo, anybody come? I done beat Joe Budden. I done beat Meek Mill. Anybody come after me? I got you." But then Pusha T wasn't the one because. Yes, you're bigger than Pusha T. Well, Pusha T's a legend at this point, so like that doesn't matter. So now,
why did they beef in the first place? Why do they have this beef in the first place?
Has had a problem with the whole Cash Money group for a while. So,
wow. So he
had a problem with Birdman. He had a problem with Lil Wayne, and they just kind of went to Drake because Drake affiliated with him.
Yeah.
So that to me is petty as fuck. If you think about it, that's petty right there. You will get mad at Drake because he's associated with the group.
No,
not. Yeah, it's deeper than that.
When you are participating in the beef, that has nothing to do with you, right? And you on songs sending shots to good music along with Lil Wayne, you have made it about you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see why.
Drake willingly stepped.
So why did they throw shots at good music? Did good music say some shit to YMB MC?
It's a whole bunch. It's a myriad of issues. It's like some producers didn't get, like Neptunes didn't get paid for the
right.
What happened to that boy beat? They didn't get paid for it. so they fell out with Lil Wayne. That's why Pharrell and Lil Wayne don't work with each other no more.
Anymore, right?
Okay, and so Virginia ride with Virginia. So Chad and Pharrell being from Virginia Beach, and Pusha T being from Virginia. I mean, their careers are always gonna be tied with each other because of clips. So they're brothers. Like that's the homie. Like you're not just gonna do that. So it's like how we do work for you and you don't pay us. And then Birdman being hella disrespectful. And then Lil Wayne and Wayne and Pusha T don't get along for reasons. And then Drake willingly steps in on tracks because he's cash money and he want to get into beef. And then he just started trading shots. Simple as that. Like everybody knows what happened. This it's just a very long beef that kind of boiled over to now. Really.
That to me is so petty that they would let it boil all up until now. That's to me is stupid. That's stupid.
I never said beef was smart, but if you're gonna get into it, you better end it.
That's true. My thing is this shit just came to the table, like, especially while Wayne was in his whole lawsuit shit and been like, look, I get it. We fucked up back then. And we regret working for hand rubbing Birdman. Okay. And we regret working for him. And now we want to try and bury the hatchet.
I feel like this all stems from Birdman.
It does. It does. Because at the end of the day, he didn't pay anybody shit. Manny Fresh, he did that man wrong.
Okay, but it's the thing. It can stem from Birdman, but Birdman didn't tell Lil Wayne to get on them tracks and throw shots at Pusha T. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But do you think Birdman fueled the pushed him to do this shit?
You got a choice.
He did, yes and no, because Birdman's dad figure.
No, it's like what Pusha said. When I'm with a group, I'm gonna ride for my group. He understands that.
Right.
So what are we complaining about?
My thing is, well, I'm not complaining about anything. I'm just saying they shouldn't have let the beef boil all the way up until now. That to me is what's so stupid about it.
It wasn't really boil. It's kind of like what the audacity of you not even being a part of the situation, but you trying to show shots at us. Who are you, Drake?
Okay, even though it's been a passive aggressive battle for years, which to me doesn't make any sense. It's like going to war for years and years and years and years, and then finally you go to nuclear war. It's just it doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's the next logical escalation. That's the next logical step.
Yeah, I guess if you have no morals, I guess at that point and everything goes out the window, you're like, fuck the world, then yeah, I guess so.
But that's why I'm trying to get you. Arguments aren't always supposed to be logical.
Right. But
sometimes they're dumb.
Right, but don't prolong something that's been going on for years, and then now you want to pop off now 8-9 years later. I don't know. That's just me. It should have been buried when Wayne was going through his legal situation with Birdman. It should have been buried then. It should have been look, we don't like Birdman. We don't fuck with him.
The problem is they already had a problem with Lil Wayne at that point. It wasn't just Birdman at that point.
There's nothing.
I know, but Wayne could have been look, well, if they could have,
they don't like each other.
It was too late.
Yeah, but do you think
it was too long of a beef for Lil Wayne to be like, oh, now I want to be cool with you? Lil Wayne doesn't like them. They don't like Lil Wayne. Wayne is part of the beef now.
In a perfect world, John, that would work. But these are guys with egos and pride. It just happens that way. And honestly, it's not stupid to me because if you keep going back and forth, I mean, I have to defend myself. I get
it to defend yourself, but eventually, you get to a point where you're like, okay, something big is gonna happen soon enough.
Yeah, and
something really big is gonna happen.
It's not even that it's big because their beef isn't oh, we're on site. As soon as I see you, I'm gonna punch you. It's not
right. No, it's not. It's not. It's a lyrical. It's a lyrical thing.
Look, Pusha said, everything that in terms of beef, it's all a rap thing. It's not a in-person thing.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. I get where you're coming from. I'm just saying, it's just
If they
like,
was in the same building during a award show, like nobody's gonna go after each other. Like it's not that serious. It's
no, I
just
get
that
it.
Drake came at him and Pusha T like, who are you? Okay, I'll kill you on this mic, and that's what he did. Like,
And I get it. And my thing is, ideally, it would have been nice if they could just settle their shit before all this came out, because now Drake's hurt and now Drake feels some type of way. So that's the problem. It's like it all could have been prevented had cooler heads
hey,
prevailed,
hey, nah,
and they've been like,
I would agree with you, but Drake the one that came after him.
I get it. I get it. I get it. And Drake could have put the ego to the side for a day. And man, listen, man, I got bigger fish to fry. I don't want to beef with anybody else. I had beef with Meek Mill, even though I'm glad they squashed their stuff. And Joe Budden, I don't want to have to deal with anybody else. But I guess that ego got the best of him. He got cocky, and he ended up in this situation. My thing is, he should have just been like, let me just hang up the let me hang it up for now and just trying and everything. I'm winning right now. I want to keep winning. I don't want to deal with anything else, and then go from there. But shoulda, coulda, woulda. It is what it is. But that's all I gotta say.
Is that a good point to stop, guys? Are we
Yeah, I
through?
think so.
Yeah, Derek, you alive?
Nah, Derek,
Not Derek
All
going
right.
again.
his one quota to fill in, and he just went right back to sleep. That's great.
Damn. Oh.
The man got what he needed to say out, and he was done.
He's like, yeah, man, sleep.
All right. Let people know who you are. Let them, get a shout out right quick.
I'll go. Yeah, it's your boy J Ron. RNVP underscore J Ron on Twitter. Still working on this Twitch thing. By the next podcast, I should have it up. So I'll shout that out next week to play this 2K and possibly stream Destiny because I've been on that heavy. But yeah, that's it.
All right, it's your boy John. You can follow me on Twitter at Mr_vacation14. I was also gonna say, if you try to check out my cousin's mixtape, let me know.
John, no, I want to hear that trash.
Yeah, we should talk about it. We really. Anyways, that's
I mean,
that's just
he
my.
dropping a new mixtape anytime soon.
No, he still got that Dreamland album.
You gotta listen to it and review it. That must be hilarious.
Yeah, we could do like something similar to another segment where like just review it like some other people do.
Yo, if we do this though, I'm literally gonna have a notepad of all every whack line he puts. I'm writing it down. And we
I
gonna do
mean, there's already one that I can give you.
no,
He said,
I don't want you to give it to me. No, I want to hear it for myself.
"Oh
I'm
no,
literally
no,
gonna
well,
write
no,
down
no.
all the bars
I don't
that are
think
trash.
I don't think it's on the album, but this was a song that he was making because he got an EP out also with some other dude. He said, "I swim in your girl's pussy like Michael Phelps."
Yeah. My name is Tom.
We ended the podcast on that. Yeah.
I just. All right. Episode 3, guys.
Put my center stick in her center bun.
Yeah.
Worst line ever.
Comment, subscribe. Y'all have a great night, guys. Jerron, John, Derek, thank y'all for coming along with me again tonight. Appreciate it.
No problem, bro.
Derek got that NyQuil.
Yes.
Listen, I lost y'all again.
All right.